Abundance, abundance. Yo, people, I'm live on, listen, I'm live on, people that's on Instagram, I'm live on YouTube. Abundance, my people. Abundance. Been a minute having it. Told you was going to miss me when I was gone. I told y'all. Did I tell you that? Like, where the fuck is Kala? I told you was going to miss me when I was gone. I told you that. The truth is more disturbing than the lie. Then I tell you people was going to start catching up. People was going to start catching up. So the shit that they talking about now, the ships that's moving in the sky, the tubular ships, the circular ships, the clouds, the geometrical clouds, all the shit, the shit that's coming out now within your government, you know, all of this is late news. It should be. If you've been following my channel, if you've been watching my channel for since I've been doing this, it should be all late news to you. You should be like, oh, I saw all this shit coming. You know what I'm saying? Kala, one of the great reminders on this planet. I'm not the reminder. I am one of the great reminders. I am one of the great reminders. Shut this off real fast. Let me turn this down. Hold on. I am not the reminder. I am one of the great reminders that's on the planet. Before I go any further, woman, child, and man, cosmos and earth, eternal light, each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you. My brothers and sisters, I see you. Now, let me just say this to you because I was on live earlier, and I want to really reiterate this because I want to make this very clear. How Kala personally feel within himself is that, like I said, it's not about one love, it's about whole love. I never put one over the many unless it has to do with the biological makeup of our people, the perseverance of our species. Children are the first priority that should be protected. And the next thing next to children should be women. Women don't truly need protection, to be honest with you. Women, your bones are stronger than ours. You can hold your breath a lot longer than ours. Your brain is bigger than ours. You process information a lot faster, which means your synapses between communication with neurons are a lot faster than us. Now, of course, you have been psychologically programmed to believe that men come before you. But however, children are the number one priority on this planet. And next to children is the mother of humanity, which is the so-called Black woman. And then it's men. But how I feel when I'm around my brothers, I feel just like honeybees feel. I feel just like ants feel. There is no way in the world that I'm gonna be sitting there with any brothers that's in my circle and somebody approach one of my brothers in a harmful way, and I'm not going to react to my brother. I'm not going to react to my brother's defense. Not saying that he can't defend himself, but I'm not going to react to his defense like honeybees and how honeybees and ants do. When there is something that doesn't belong in that ant family that's coming to threaten that ant family, whether it's one or several of them, all of them join together to get rid of the individual. The same thing that goes with honeybees. So it's not one person is more important than the other. No, we separate ourselves when it comes to intellect and self-discipline, but I never put one over the many, never at all. You understand? I don't want to be around a group of people or brothers that like the president of the United States. He got Secret Service protecting him. What the hell is wrong with you? The Secret Service is just every one of those individuals that so-called guarding the president has their own individual mind and can be creative and can be an impact and contribute to the evolution and the consciousness of this planet. If they don't feel as though with that, then they don't feel like that, then they are wasted. They are waste of life within itself. So no, I don't feel like that. I don't feel like that whatsoever. And in my personal opinion, nobody should feel like that. But if you do, hey, that's on you. Rock out, do your thing. But I can tell you right now, the part of the solar system where I know that I'm from, because I'm not from Earth, the part of the solar system where I'm from, Earth is getting ready to take a pit stop there. And when it take a pit stop there, according to the way I feel and what I'm seeing, not my personal feelings, but the way I feel energetically, the energy that I'm pulling in, that I'm absorbing, the way that I feel. Oh no, we don't play no games here. We don't play no games here. Hold on for 1 second, my people. Hold on for 1 second. We don't play no games here. And furthermore, we don't put one over the many. We are one universal family, and we take care of each and every last one of us like it's ourselves personally. The same way we take care of ourselves as individually, the same way we take care of our brothers and sisters, point blank and simple. And children are the number one priority. So without further ado, I'm going to do a recap tonight over some of the things that I have spoke about and some of the shit, bring you up to date with things that are happening on the planet. And I'm going to take phone calls. So if you're willing to call in, people be on Instagram leaving these long ass paragraph messages. Call in. You ain't even got to say your name. You can give me you don't even got to, matter of fact, you don't even got to say your name. You could just state what's on your mind. You get 10 minutes though. We're not going to go over no more than 10 minutes and say how you feel. Speak what's on your mind. If if I'm wrong about something that I'm stating out of my mouth, please let me know. I don't have an ego. I don't have pride. I have an ego because every natural organism on this earth that we have designed, from the smallest animal, ants, all the way up to the largest animals, sharks and lions and elephants, has a natural defense mechanism. Every last one of them. So they don't have, and if you ever look at a lion, if you look at an elephant, if you look at an ant, you can actually harmonize with them. But the moment that you become a threat to them, they're not playing no games whatsoever with you either. So again, I don't have pride. Pride and ego together is someone that sees the world through their eyes, through their vision, through their eye lenses only. And it's only their vision, their only personal view of the planet, and they cannot be reached in no form or facet. No matter how much new information is provided to them, no matter what, they can never be reached. See, I want to grow. I want to be better. So my question to the people out here that are intelligent, how did we go from haploids to diploids? How did we go from a single chromosome to a double chromosome? That's all I'm asking you. How did we go from single one chromosome to actually have an additional 22 chromosomes, which is autosomal chromosome, which are recessive genes? And that's just point blank and simple. That's the number one question. This is the number one question that I am asking. And I haven't seemed to get an answer from that, because my thing is this: if we went from a single chromosome and we have an additional 22, or let's say 44, because you get 23 from your parents, 23 from your father, you get 23 from your mother, 23 from your father, supposedly, right? But only one of those chromosomes deals with the sex, deals with whether you're going to be a male or a female. The other 22 chromosomes, or 44, let's say, are autosomal chromosomes, which are recessive genes. So if you have 22 chromosomes, and each chromosome they come in pairs. So you have one chromosome that can hold up to 22 genetic information, 22,000 genetic information, and the smallest chromosome can hold up to as minimum as 300 genome code information. So how is it that we have extra genetic information, but yet we're doing primitive shit? Like, for instance, putting up light poles, cutting down nature, building up schools, building vehicles that are literally bombs, to be truthful and honest with you. Your car, your airplane, that's a bomb, people. You just don't know it. It has a cooling system built inside of it so the car doesn't explode. Or even when the car starts, it's a cooling system that's in it that stops the car from exploding. So how did we go from a group of people that were building megalithic structure and placing center blocks using granite rocks and material that's not even from that environment, but able to move it to that environment, line it up with the cosmos and the ley lines that matches the cosmos? How do we go from that and being able to surf and navigate the stars without a GPS or a compass? How did we go from that to primitive lifestyle that we're living today? And we have an extra 22 chromosomes, genetic information. We got extra genes in our, supposedly. Now that doesn't fold with you and I. Organic people, melanin, so-called, not just melanated, neuromelanin. It's a difference from melanin on the planet. Neuromelanin people, our genetic information is in us, the soul. We are the soul. That's neuromelanin is condensed sunlight. I don't know why all of a sudden I'm fucking belching. Like, anyway, neuromelanin is condensed sunlight. That is you. That is your soul. Neuromelanin produce atoms. Neuromelanin produce what you call carbon. This is hydrocarbon. So this suit right here is a direct result of me, the soul that inhabits the suit. So how in the world did we go from haploids to diploids? How did we get an extra 22 to 44 chromosomes? Because I don't want to say 46, because again, one of the 23rd chromosome has to do with our sexes, male or female. But how did we go from a single chromosome people to multiple chromosomes? That doesn't happen with us. Point blank and simple. And I'm going to show you, I'm going to go over some things that I went over in my last video and elaborated on some more on it. But I would definitely love somebody to call in and give me some information to let me know, because according to their geneticists and their biologists, even them have stated that they don't even know how that happened. And the only thing that their only explanation on how it happened is that millions and millions of years ago, our DNA just all of a sudden decide to copy itself. What? The number one rule in science, that which is natural can't change unless something unnatural take place with it. So how the hell all of a sudden our genetics start copying itself, and yet we're in a primitive state? So without going any further, let me start off with this though. Let me start off with this. Oh shit, cancel. Let me start off with where we at. Where we at? Here we go. Man, I want to give much respect and value and appreciation to my brother Kenny. This is his Street View TV, man. From working with me, man. Like, I want to tell you, like, I'm getting stronger. You know what I mean? I know that I'm getting stronger. Let me get off of this real fast. I'm getting stronger. The more I read, the more I become more disciplined with myself. The more I align myself up with the cosmos, and the more I tap into my heart chakra, I know that I'm getting stronger. And my whole mission and my whole goal is to point as many people to see this MVP in themselves. You understand? As opposed to looking at someone else. I don't care about how someone else articulate themselves. I don't care about what somebody has or what type of degree. That's the master's degree. That's a slave master's. That's a slave. That's a slave master's paperwork that they got. That has nothing to do with intellect, intel. That has nothing to do with the soul. So again, let me start off with this. I want to thank my man Kenny again, because he been with me out on the street 10 toes down, and this is just one of many to come videos that's on his way. I'm on live. To this, right? No, black people. Then they, right. A lot of older people die because COVID-19. What does it do? It's attack what? Your respiratory issue. Right. Attack the people that have lower immune system that can't. You want me to answer your question? I want to get to all of that to you. I want to get to all of that to you, my sister. So listen to me. It attacks your respiratory system. When you look at a lot of black older people, right? Because we're hooked on unnatural foods, with chicken, fried chickens, or let's just say soul food. And soul food builds up lactic acid and mucus. And the one thing that it does with us, it causes diabetes and a lot of heart diseases, because that's what we die from. Yeah. We don't die from black on black crime. We die from food poisoning and heart disease. Yeah. So now, listen, because the trajectory of the sun has changed, we are absorbing more sun energy. The sun is not waiting for you to change. You have to change yourself. If you're not eating according to our genetic makeup, we're eating according to other people the way they tell us to eat. 3 or 4 times a day, Doritos, sodas, and all that shit. All that shit right there is building up mucus in your body and acid. So what's happening is black people right now are going to experience a lot of heart congestion, a lot of heart attacks and strokes, because we are unhealthy by putting all the unnatural food in our body. But if you was to go over to an all fruit diet, if you was to cut the cigarettes out, if you was to cut that stuff out right then and there, you will automatically see that your body starts to adjust to the sun. Like, here's an example. They said last week or today, whatever day the sun is 90 degrees, right? So people feel like it's hot, but it's not hot. What's happening is your body temperature is naturally 98.6.
So how the hell are you 8 degrees hotter than the sun, but yet you're hot? No, that's not natural. The reason why you're hot like that is because of the acid that's in your body. So your body is bubbling. Like when you put water inside of a pot and you turn the heat on and you see it bubble, your body is bubbling. So then you see the sweat pockets start to build up on top of your skin or you're coming out of your pores. That's because of the acid that's inside of us, and we're trying to, and the sun is trying to heal us to get the sun, get the acid out of us. But then we go right back to we go right to the plexus factor. We go back to the you need to listen. No, listen. Let's go fucking die, yeah. Look, I'm not. Listen, Lord, he can say what he wants. Long as he don't come over here and try to I'm wrong. I don't give a fuck what he say. He can talk all day long because I'm not playing no games at all.
Them kill we unlock with them. Still we prevail, even though time hard.
No, I gotta go home. Streets that we in and this life is not easy at all. We never put trust in a man, cause we always put the trust in the Lord. And this life that we live in is hard. It's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard, it's so hard. No, I gotta go on. No, it's time to school them. Now it's time that we rise and guide with children. All the youth them caught up in the system. Make a list.
Skincare and healthcare go hand in hand. So we have created a product line that not only helps your skin from the outside, but from the inside as well. We have specially formulated teas and chili blends to help cleanse out your system from the inside, as well as all natural skincare products and hair care products to help assist with you detoxifying your body from the chemicals that we've been putting in for the past 400 years.
Chemical free and made by love.
Absolutely, I don't trust none of them. Even a white man was on social media saying, "Don't never trust a white man."
Got them up out of here. I said, "Then you a woman? You out here handing out pants without police? A whole pedophile ring." I told the lady, "Nah, he raped your 2-year-old daughter. You should have went to the cops. You should have came to the house."
Exactly.
More stronger than ever. What do you think is happening at this time?
All of them on.
I'll tell you what, I'll come back 1 month ago, I'll talk to you. Whatever next you needed is a bunch of time. I'll be right back. They might as well stop wearing boots and start wearing sneakers because they stay running. You said.
All right, my people. Appreciate you, Kenny. Thank you. Yes, and I do that every week. I do that. I'm going out there tomorrow too. Yes, I am. 10 toes down in our community. The revolution will not be televised. And I appreciate Kennedy. I appreciate my brother John down VA for always lighting the fire underneath me. My brother Shiz, man, working with me, man. I appreciate all of them. Shiz, my psychologist, to be honest with you. He keep me grounded with all this shit because you don't know, my people. You have the slightest idea, man. Like, I give nothing but respect and appreciation for brothers and sisters that stand up and talk in front of people. You understand? I want y'all to know I have a great deal of whole new respect for that because it takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of self-love. It take a lot of selfish love too. You know what I'm saying? To love selfless too, to do that. You know what I mean? And for me, I don't do that for finances or anything. I get out there every day. I work Sunday through Thursday. Every Friday, I'm out in front of, whether I'm in front of a hospital, whether I'm out in Broad and Cheltenham, whether I'm at Broad, Alany, Temple University, be in front of hospitals. No doctor wants to speak to me on camera. Everyone that I've ever spoke to regarding this, they all wanted. They say, I don't have a problem with talking to you, and yes, and I will tell you that I do agree with you. Or they either walk away, or they be like, they just smile. You know what I mean? They either smile and just walk away, or they be like, yo, you're right. I'm just not talking on camera. You see what I'm saying? And I understand why they won't do it, because they have no biological explanation to the planet. This is not about racism. If you find my words, if you find what I'm stating is racism, if you find your genetic makeup and people speaking about it as being racist, then that's a psychological problem that you have. You know what I mean? You're dealing with mental illness, that you literally believe in a God or a creator, and you hate the way that you are genetically made. So let me just make this very clear. Flies and honeybees have different genetic makeups. Mouse and a fucking horse have a different genetic makeup. They don't hate themselves. They actually harmonize with themselves. And if you take care of the number one universal law, the number one universal rule too, but outside of knowing thyself, if you take care of your species, you understand, if you harmonize with the planet and take care of your species, you will naturally, indirectly help other species, another species, or a multiple of species. Trees take out carbon dioxide and create oxygen, not just for us, but for all physical life that's on the planet. So it's just not one. Honeybees just don't fertilize the food for us to eat, but other animals eat from that as well. Plants and trees feed a lot of people, a lot of living organisms on this planet. In fact, all life, to be truthful and honest with you. So if you take care of yourself, and plants and trees and grass, they all take care of one another. So if you take care of yourself and you take care of your species, this is the universal law, then you will naturally take care of other species around you, indirectly or directly. It doesn't make a bit of a difference. So without being said, without going further, let me step into some of the stuff that I want to do a quick recap on. All right, let me see something here. Let me get off of that real fast. Boom. Go cancel. And I'm going to take some phone calls. The question that I had to ask, many people, again, how do we go from haploids to diploids? Come on, stop playing. What's up with this computer all of a sudden? How do we go from haploids to diploids? And this is my recap with this real fast. Just want to do a quick recap, and that way people can ask questions, and or they can give me some information to help me out in this, because I'm definitely looking to know this. This is very important, because our children are being subjugated to a group of species that is not native to the planet, but shown have nothing, did nothing but abuse us. So here we go right here. When chromosomes are sort into pairs, the individual chromosome in each pair are considered homologous. Homologous. Now, homologous, I'm going to go, oh, matter of fact, let me pull this up too, so we can know what homologous is. So we can know what homologous is. All right. Even though I went through this already, for the people that's in the back, we can know what homologous is. So when people we having these arguments, there's no argument here. This is your science. Having the same or similar relation, corresponding as the relative position or structure, corresponding in structure and in origin, but not necessarily in function. I know that says function, but let me go down to the next one. Right, I'm in function. So here we go. The wing of a bird and the foreleg of a horse are homologous. And this is also when you be speaking about, when I speak about when I go further into what you would call alleles. You know what I'm saying? And alleles are what you call replicas of the same genetic material that are inside of their DNA. And before I go any further with that, let me just stay right this. Homologous, the wing of a bird and the foreleg of a horse are homologous. So you use both of these genetics. So on a cellular level, they both have the same pathways when it comes to genetically making a cell to build a organ, a limb, or a structure of the bone. They have the same pathways. So just because you don't look like the wing of a bird or look like a horse doesn't mean you can't possess that genetic material. And this is what homologous is. So there's another word for now here here you go. Here you go. Having the same alleles or genes in the same order or of arrangement. Homologous chromosomes. Having the same alleles or genes in the same order of arrangement. Homologous chromosomes. So how did we go from, go back over here, share, haploids to diploids? I'm going to keep driving this home. I'm going to drive this home. Homologous, meaning that the pair chromosomes are identical to one another with respect to which gene they carry. In addition to your homologous chromosome are identical in shape and sizes. These pairs of chromosomes are sometimes referred to as homologs for short. Homologs is short for homologous. Now, chromosomes can be a bit confusing. Humans are diploids, meaning we have two copies of each chromosome. Some organisms like bees and wasps have only one set of chromosomes. Let me say that again. Some organisms right here, like bees and wasps, have only one set of chromosomes. Cells with one set of chromosomes are called haploids. Now, let me back up out of this one more again, because I want to back this up real fast. I want to back this up real quick. Share. Go to my window here. Now let me go up here. Now let's look at what a wasp do. But wasps are also top predators of crop damage insects like aphids, and their value as crop protectors is worth at least $416 billion annually worldwide. Now, aphids, I'm not sure what they are, but I'm quite sure they're crop-eating insects. So, but again, when you talk about putting pesticide and you talk about putting shit on plants, on your food, on your crops to stop animals from stop insects from eating it and destroying it, right? This is what wasps do. This is what we already created. We already created a breed of animals in nature that can protect our crops. We already did that. And they only have one set of chromosomes. So now let me remember, when we dealing with intelligence, we base our intelligence off what somebody can do for themselves and what they can do contribute to everyone else. So let me give an example. Let's say let's say it's a trash truck driver and a cab somebody walking down the street and passed out and had a heart attack. I'm a trash truck driver and I go over there and be like, yo, let me help the brother, let me help the person that passed out, you know what I mean? And then somebody else come over there and say, wait a minute, I'm in the medical field. I deal with this type of stuff all the time. The person could be dehydrated. They could be having a heart condition. They could be having a seizure. You know what I mean? All of a sudden, now what I do, I stop doing or stop assisting the person because the person that just came over has more intelligence in that field than I do. So we base our intelligence off what is someone doing for themselves as growth and development and what they can do for the entire species. So right then and there, if someone walked in a room that has a bachelor's degree, somebody in the room that comes in has an associate's degree in that same field is more intelligent. There's somebody that comes in a room that has a master's degree is more intelligent. So we take a seat back and allow that person with the master's degree or has the most intelligence to say, okay, you take over. So how is it that these animals right here, these wasps, have one chromosome, not to mention honeybees? What do honeybees do? Fertilize and produce honey that don't mold or rotten. So these animals that possess one set of chromosomes has more intelligence than, let's go up one. Let's go up one. Here we go right here. Here we go right here. While a human has 46 chromosomes, 23 pairs, a cat has 38 chromosomes, 19 pairs. And a dog has 78 chromosomes, 39 pairs. So now, which animal that you would have in your household, and black people, so-called black people, we have many of these animals in our household. What animal possesses the most intelligence? The dog has 78 chromosomes and 39 pairs. The cat has 38 chromosomes and 19 pairs. Which one is more intelligent based on what you see? Which one is more intelligent? The cat is self-sufficient. You can be the owner of a cat and abuse your cat, and your cat will not fuck with you. It don't matter if you put food in the bowl or not. The cat will wait till you to leave, go on about your business, and then go eat the food because it's not messing with you because you are an abuser. A dog, you can abuse the hell out of a dog. You can literally break his leg and then throw down a chicken bone, and he'll come over there and eat the chicken bone. You can literally break a dog's leg. Literally. Which one possesses more intelligence? So stop the bull crap. How do we have an excess of 46, well, let's say 44 chromosomes in our genome, but yet we're doing primitive things? We're adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. What type of shit is that? And most of us are adding and subtracting. What type of bills we got? We add that shit up and subtract from the paycheck that we are working. That's it. Can I buy some? Can I get a few drinks this weekend? Am I able to take this shorty out if I meet her this weekend? Am I able to go online and order this pocketbook or order these shoes? Do I got to pay my car insurance? Do I got to pay? Come on, man. This is primitive life that we living out here. But yet we have an additional 44 chromosomes. That's a lie. A lie. And I'm asking from a brother that's begging for truth. I go to sleep every day and wake up every day with this on my mind. I'm begging for truth. This is not to put no one down. This is to set the bar right. This is to set the bar right. So now we go over here. Back to, like, bees and wasps have only one set of chromosomes. Cells with one set of chromosomes are called haploids. Other organisms have 3, 4, or so many as 6 copies of each chromosome. The number of chromosomes set held by a particular organism is called the ploidy. For more on chromosomes numbers, see chapter 13. Now, for the total number of chromosomes doesn't tell you what the ploidy of an organism is. For that reason, the number of chromosomes an organism has is often listed as some multiple of n. A single set of chromosomes referred to by the n is haploids, numbered. Humans are 2n. A single n, again, is haploid, numbered. Humans are 2n, 46, indicating that humans are diploids, and their total number of chromosomes is 46. Human sex cells, such as egg, sperm, are haploids. See, mommy, where did I come from later in this chapter? Now, here we go. Here's the most important part outside of all the shit that I read to you right here. Geneticists believe that the homologous pair of chromosomes in humans started as one set. They believe, geneticists, they know this. It's not a secret. This is why they, oh my gosh, man. Like, the things that we have subjugated our children to. I'm going to play another video on here from a Russian biologist too. This is going to really hurt your feelings. Let me move this up. Let me zoom this in a little bit more. Here we go. Here we go. Geneticists believe that the homologous pairs of chromosomes in humans started as one set, that is haploids, and the entire set was duplicated at some point in some distant ancestry many millions of years ago. Now, first of all, let's just start with this. You can't trace no other race on this planet no more back than 8,000 years. That's all I'm going to give you, 8,000 years. You can't trace them back no more than 8,000 years. So how in the hell that we automatically started duplicating our, how do they even have that information or can possess that information to know that we started duplicating, and why would we do it in the first place? And we were working fine with just one chromosome. See, the one chromosome that's inside of us that I don't even consider that's a one chromosome is our soul, neuromelanin. That is our soul. And that soul, neuromelanin, programs all of our cells. Our cells are already programmed. This is how divinely neuromelanin it truly is. It already programs our soul. Our cells. Our soul, who we are, truly programs this body already, naturally. So they can't splice. In order for them to change our genome code, they would have to splice and cut into our cells, our genetics. And you can't cut into our cells because you need ultraviolet light. You need ultraviolet light in order to pierce cells or genomes and to do what you call CRISPR, to put genetic information in and pull genetic information out. You need to do that. But what our melanin do with any ultraviolet light or any energetic frequency for that matter, we just absorbs it. We literally eats it. So you can't change our genetic. You can't have our hair all of a sudden, the molecules that makes up our hair all of a sudden be animal, be canine and wolf. You can't do that. You can't change us. Now on our cells, you see these little spikes. And these spikes become, now listen, these spikes come from the fact that they were injecting us. You understand? They've been injecting us. So when you was born in the hospital, by the time the baby is 2 years old, how many shots? Over 21 shots the baby done already got. Now you can go right now and ask your doctor, what is in any of those shots? Your pediatrician, what is in any of those shots? And 9 times out of 10, they won't be able to name everything that's in there. And if they did name some of the stuff in there, you look it up, you will start to find out that some of that shit that they have injected in you has animal DNA. So this is why when they look underneath a cell, when they look at underneath a microscope at our blood, they say all of us have animal DNA. No, we don't. Our cells have antigens that's on the outside. First of all, our melanin coats the lining of our cell, and then on outside of that, you have antigens on there. So they'll look at that and be like, well, you have animal DNA too. No, we don't have. We have antigens that from animal genetics that's on our cell that weakens our lymphatic system and our glymphatic system. Lymphatic system for your entire body, your glymphatic system for your brain. We have antigens on there. And this is what makes us acceptable to viruses and diseases. But that's not, but as far as our genotype, we're not going to be born with coccytail. We're not going to be born with scoliosis of the spine. We're not going to be born what you would call gene track sequences when the molecules, when the membrane is damaged, and then the molecules inside of that start to cross, and then now you see two heads come out, or you see the feet merge together and it look like a dolphin fin. You understand? Or you see their arms, or you see their body are disformed. You're not going to see that with us. That doesn't happen with us. The most you're going to always see with us is we coming out mild retarded. And the reason why we coming out mild retarded is because of the poison that we are ingesting, mothers and fathers, the violence that we have ingested over the years, and the destruction, the self-destruction that we're doing to ourselves. And we are going in there to these pediatricians and these doctors and allowing them to convince us, because we don't know our own genetic makeup, that we should be on certain prescriptions and certain drugs while we are pregnant. Point blank and simple. And this is why our children be developing mild retardation. This is why they have neurological issues. And it's not a psychologist or neurologist that can go against what I'm saying. This is a biological, scientific fact. So Instagram, YouTube, I know you looked through my videos 3 and 4 and 5 years ago to block me for things block me for now, because this is what you're doing. YouTube is going 3 and 4 years ago and blocking me off of YouTube for videos that I did way back then. But all my videos over the last 2 years, they can't block me for. So when I start talking like this, now they got a problem with it. Why? Why? What you got a problem with it for? Because I'm telling the truth? Because we are now at the frontal lobe of the dormant part of our brain, which is the right hemisphere that has been dormant. And more importantly, the frontal lobe. And no matter what we're doing to ourselves right now. So for instance, let me give you an example. People like cake, ice cream, and all this other bullshit. The brain, the number 2 things the brain needs is oxygenated rich blood. Oxygenated rich blood, and it needs glucose. That's the 2 number 1 things that the brain needs to grow properly and to be stress-free. Now, because when we eat cakes, when we eat fucking candy, when we eating all this other bullcrap, drinking soda, what's happening is we're building up what you call plaque, amyloid beta, which literally you have veins and you have smaller arteries. More importantly, your circle of Willis. You have smaller arteries that pumps blood and oxygen to these areas. When your brain is under constant stress from the foods that you are eating, it's like a boxer that's balled up into the corner and he constantly getting punched on, and all he not fighting back. He's just like this. So it's called aggregate. And a phrenologist, it says that your brain expands and grow by being pushed up from the root. So your brain is like this the whole entire time as the sugar and stuff is it fighting the sugar. So you start building up amyloid beta, which is plaque, which is hardening of the arteries inside of your brain. And that causes your frontal lobe and your prefrontal lobe and parts of the right hemisphere of your brain to go dormant. So right now, because of the trajectory of the sun, it don't make a difference what you're eating. It don't make a difference. It's a genetic thing. It don't make a difference. It's your heart and a genetic thing. That's what it's about right now. You can eat fucking shit all day long. It's either you hear the call or you don't hear it. Point blank and simple. It's either you are organic or you ain't organic. So right now, the different part of the brain is being hit, and the people that truly came down here not to join this world, but actually be here to watch it fall and build a better one is right here, right now. We didn't need no prophets. You didn't give us nothing in the Bible. All these people that's in these religious books, they wasn't for us. We were always for us. We didn't need nobody else to come down here and tell us. Just like I tell you right now, we don't need our fucking brothers and sisters to come down here and put a stop to this shit. We can stop this shit right now if we want to stop it. But guess what? It ain't enough of us that possess the heart of the cosmos in order for us to stop this bullshit. We ain't got to take our children to their schools. You want to do it because you know why? You're not reading. That's why. You don't want to read. You don't want to naturally defend yourself. The only way you know how to defend yourself is the way the slave master has taught you, through violence. But he's dead already. You can't kill the dead. The dead is already dead. Anybody that roll with me in the streets, no, I don't talk. Police departments, police people don't even want to pull me over. They don't want to talk to me. They don't want to eat. Let me explain something to you. I even got the police, the brothers and sisters in the police department that even when they walk up on me, bro, we know. We watch your videos. Bro, we know. We reading too. We see this shit. We know. We understand. I'm telling you, I was riding down the street the other day. He shook my hand in the car. He was like, yo, we know, bro, and I know you. He said, go about your business. Don't worry about it. Go ahead. He said, I'm going to take care of it because the nigga was harassing a fucking black woman. He said, I know. I watch your videos. I know. I'm like, damn. I'm looking at him like, oh, okay. All right. And I pulled right on off. They know our brothers and sisters are waking up. And it starts with one that have no fear, but can speak with intelligence and not usurp energy from our people. So I have to ask my brothers and sisters that are so intelligent and read and know so much of this shit with anatomy and understand psychology, because this bastard right here, what's his name? Adam Cash. This nigga is telling you in the book. He's in the book telling you. Brains, genes, and behavior. That your genealogy, your genetic state is directly connected to your psychological state. And then your environment plays a role too. He's telling you in the book. And every psychologist knows the central nervous system, the peripheral nervous system, and understand how the brain operates. Why the fuck we don't know it? Why we don't know it? We done lost your mind. It's a bunch of weak niggas out here. That's all it is. That want to get their phallus wet. That's all they want to do. That's all they want to do. So let me finish getting into this. That's all they want to do. That's all they want. And scream God in the sky. Fuck out of here. Hold on. Let me cancel this real fast. Let me just cancel this real quick. Let me cancel this real quick. Let me get over here. So let me pull this up real fast because I want to do a recap on this real quick. Okay, here you go. Autosomal DNA. Now the other 22 genes, the 23rd, which is the one gene, determines your sex. That's the 23rd. The other 22 are what you call autosomal DNA. DNA which makes up the autosomal chromosomes and are found in the nucleus. First of all, black people, we don't have a nucleus in our cell, a nucleo. We don't have neither one of them inside of our cells. So that's right there should be a red flag for you right there. A nucleus. Most cells in our body, somatic cells, contain 23 pairs of chromosome, consisting of 22 pairs of autosomal chromosome and one pair of sex chromosome. What I told you, one pair of sex chromosome, the X and the Y. So now scientists are coming out stating that, there is going to be no more XX and XY chromosome. Of course not. It shouldn't be, because we shouldn't be paired up anyway. This is all coming down to one chromosome. And guess what? That is a whole, not a single, but a whole. And this comes down to a single cell organism. We are prokaryotic cells. Every other organism on this planet is eukaryotic cells, mixed cells put together through electric fusion to make one living organism. This is what it was. Now, so we go down here and we say, okay, what are examples of autosomal? Examples of autosomal recessive disorders include cystic fibrosis, sickle cell anemia, and Tay-Sachs disease. Now, cystic fibrosis. So let's go down here and let's see what this is. Let's see what this is. Hold on. Here we go. Cystic fibrosis, a common hereditary disease in which exocrine secretory glands produces abnormally thick mucus. Why are we producing mucus? Why are we producing mucus? Abnormally thick mucus. Like I told you, you can call it whatever you want. and this is not racist. You can look at it as you racist as you want, but you can deny your genetic makeup all you want, and you can focus on the God that they gave you, whatever the case may be. But understand something. Before your God that they gave you, the God that they gave you supposedly gave you your genetics. So why are you not focused on what he gave you to have a better understanding of life? So this mucus can cause problems in digestion, breathing, and body cooling. What is the one thing that they have problems with besides digestion and breathing? Body cooling. They cannot cool their body down. We have a natural cooling system built inside of our body through our hypothalamus that naturally cools our body down. So again, it's not hot to you outside when the temperature, oh, it's 90 degrees outside. You're 98.6. The reason why you're hot is because you're full of acid and mucus. That's why. Full of acid and mucus. This is why you're hot. So now let's go to Tay-Sachs disease. Hold on. Tay-Sachs disease. Tay-Sachs disease is a rare inherited disorder that is characterized by neurological problems caused by the death of nerve cells. Here we go. We got to go back up one because I had to screenshot it twice. By the death of nerve cells, neurons in the brain and spinal cord, central nervous system, the most common form of Tay-Sachs disease, known as infantile Tay-Sachs disease, become apparent early in life. Oh, I'm ready to get off. Yo, Instagram, I'm coming right back on here. Don't worry about it. I'm coming right back on here. They great bump me off, and I'm still staying live. And if you want to come on here, if you want to call in, feel free to call in. Yeah, people, I'm on Instagram too. I had to bring my Instagram family in this joint because they always with me. They always with me. They always with me. Let me see something here. I'm going right back on here. My bad, people. Commercial break. Don't make me do my commercial. Don't make me do my commercial. Don't make me do my commercial. Don't make me do my, okay, hold up. So death of neurons. So you got 22 chromosomes that are recessive genes. How does that make sense? You got 22 of them that are considered recessive. Let me move up here real fast. I'm not going to go through each and every last one of these, but I'm going to go through this. This is the one thing that I'm going to read real quick because drive my point home with something. And then I'm going to go into other things real fast. And then the person that left a message on my last, on the live that I actually did regarding this, and you talk about there is no love here, you done lost your mind. If you can't love yourself, you can never love me. So just because we're literally speaking about the fact that, yes, and these are your own geneticists and scientists that are literally speaking about this. So now, when it comes to fruit flies and worms, not only are the pathways inside the cells very similar to those in humans, some of the pathways for communicating between cells or for instructing a cell to specialize are similar. Did you just hear that? Not only are the pathways similar, this is where you get what you would call homologous. When you get different type of genes that are inside of the cells to make a organ, a limb, creates bone structure. This is where you get. Now, my question to before I go any further with that, let me finish reading this. For example, scientists know what genes are turned on in order to make a human neuron and wire it so that it can communicate properly with other cells and tissues, in part because they're studying these genetic mechanisms in fruit flies and worms. Just because fruit flies don't look like humans, or just because fruit flies are insects and humans are mammals, doesn't mean that they don't share some characteristics. From a scientific perspective, fruit flies, mice, and humans are like different motorized vehicles. Fruit flies are motorcycles, mice are compact cars, and humans are luxury sedans. The details of how you put each of these vehicles together differ greatly, but many of the basic mechanisms are the same, and a lot of the parts are the same. Although they may not look the same, although they may not be the same size, in some cases, some of the parts are even interchangeable. As in the case of yeast and humans. So literally, they can pull different genes from mouse, fruit flies and interchange these with one another and in human beings. This is why Elon Musk is working with what you would call Neuralink and doing so much shit with chimpanzees, because chimpanzees share a lot of their genetic makeup when it comes to dealing with the human genome code, with dealing with human genetics. So how did we again go from Haploids to Diploids? I don't have any fruit flies in me. I don't have worm DNA in me. I don't have mouse DNA in me. I don't have yeast DNA in me. And let me explain something to you. Humans, we're not humans. We're angelic, benevolent beings. We're soul beings. So understand this. Humans have a genetic code which is called chloroplast. Now, chloroplast you can find in some plants out here. You understand? This is why I say some plants die off underneath the sun and some plants don't die off underneath the sun, because you know who Pindar, Moloch, the Dragon King, Prince of Darkness. You know who this Joker is. You should know who he is by now by coming to my page. This Joker has been dealing and manipulating genetics for quite some time on this planet. The human species, what we see today, is his last creation. But as far as in nature, he had to grow with intelligence over time to learn how to build himself up intellectually, to learn how to build and create what you call a human. Frankenstein, point blank and simple. So he been creating shit in nature. So once he got things to work in nature, he said, okay, now I can merge this shit together and now I can create something that's similar to them, but not them. So now when he created these people, he understood that they had an expiration date. These people believe anything that is told to them, that they're going to be here forever. Look how good it is on this planet, no matter how high the cancer rate is at this particular time. Eye retina cancer, Merkel cell cancer or carcinoma, ovarian cancer, skin cancer, and all type of variations are all popping on the planet. This is no disrespect. Even their children don't want to walk underneath the sun no more. Even the animals don't even want to walk outside underneath the sun no more. I seen a brother today literally dragging his dog. His dog didn't even want to walk no more. They're literally dragging the animals outside. They don't understand that the sun is beating down on them and they're changing their molecular structure. Hold on, not to mention in the White House, you can pull this up. Over the last 4 months, if I'm not mistaken, either 4 months or the last 3 months or last 4 weeks, either 4 months or 4 weeks, whatever way, the dogs in the White House are attacking other people in the White House. Their canine dogs, which is a wolf, by the way, is attacking other people in the fucking White House. When has this been going on? Know why? Because they are breaking down. They are breaking down. This is not racism. This is not hatred. At YouTube, you can block the video if I'm lying. But again, I'm using your genetic books. I'm using your people that are writing these books, the ones that has been studying. You see, I'm reading from them. This is not my personal opinion. You see what I'm saying to you? So you can get mad at me all you want. Now, let me finish going further with this. I'm not done. I'm not done at all. Hold on for a second. Let me make sure I got everything lined up, because let me see. I wanted to go through what? What was my next thing that I wanted to go on? Oh, and I gotta touch on this. I gotta touch on this. This is why Roe versus Wade is so important right now. And I'm gonna see. Listen, anybody that doesn't like my content, I'm not here to please you. My species is dying. And the Bible stated, because it was written by extraterrestrial, that my people would die from lack of knowledge. And that's not happening with me. If I can do something to try to prevent that, then that's exactly what I'm going to do. So my people ain't going. I'm not going for that. So window, here we go right here. So this is why Roe versus Wade is so important, because again, like I told y'all before, the black woman is the only woman that produces stem cells that naturally can heal or rejuvenate any cell in the body. Now, you know, the smallest unit of a cell is an atom. Then after that is the building blocks. It's the building blocks of a cell, and cells turns into your organs, Your organs turn into organ systems. So your kidneys, your liver, your heart, your brain, all of them are made of small trillions of cells. Now, here we go right here. Most often, chemical triggers lead to differing gene expression. That is, some genes are turned on while others are turned off. This is how cardiac muscle cells and nervous cells can be so dramatically different despite having the same DNA. The field of epigenetics strives to understand how gene expression is controlled, and there is still much to learn. Now, here we go. Cell differentiation is often a process with numerous intermediaries between the stem cells and the final specialized one. A stem cell is an undifferentiated cell that can give rise to cells that will then specialize, or they can just make more of themselves. Only very early in embryonic development. Only very early in embryonic development do you find truly totipotent stem cells. Truly totipotent stem cells. Why is these stem cells so important? Those that can develop into any cell type found in our body, including that of the placenta. Come on with the mouse and shit, man. My mouse is over here acting funny. All I'm doing is, come on, man. Like, y'all sickening. Anyway, so again, truly totipotent stem cells, those that can develop into any cell type found in our bodies. So now, only in embryonic stages, the first stages of the development of the fetus, of the child, you understand, inside of the womb. This is why so-called black women, they want to tell you, build your career. And then they got you sleeping with dudes that are children at mine. And then you're looking at them like, what is he going to do for my baby? I was messing with this dude. He looked cute and everything, but he has no stability. I have no stability. Oh, you know what? The world is on my back. Family members are telling me that I should get an abortion. I got my whole life in front of me. Boom, here you go. In Philadelphia, do you not know the mortality rate when it comes to children is 75%? That's sad. With black women, 75% with a mortality rate when it comes to abortions and development, and babies are dying. 75% here in Philadelphia. I don't know where is that anywhere else. I was just reading about this in Philadelphia, and I did a video on YouTube and I loaded it up here. So that is sad and disgraceful that we are killing, murdering our own children, murdering. This is completely disgraceful. So only in early, this is why they get you to do it anyway, because they want the stem cells. They want the totipotent stem cells, those that can develop into any type cell found in the body, including that of the placenta. As the embryo begins to organize, the stem cells are now pluripotent, which means they can develop into any cell type except except the placenta. Once the embryo starts to form its layer, the endoderm, the mesoderm, and the ectoderm, the stem cells are now considered multipotent. For more on embryonic development, refer to chapter 17, blase. So I don't have to go no further than that. This is because it's only going to tell you about what how cells start to die off. But this is the most important part of this entire book right here, when it speaks about stem cells in any medical field. Any doctors or geneticists, and they consider stem cells are immortal cells. And these cells inside of our body, we still possess these cells. Totipotent stem cells are still in us even as an adult, but they're dormant because we're not supposed to die. See, one thing for certain and 10 things for sure, this entity already know bullets are not going to work with us. They notice the energy that we're going to, the frequency we're going to is not going to allow. Your body is crystallizing right now. You go outside underneath the sun, you ain't even got to sweat. Just hold your arm underneath the sun and start moving your arm around. I don't lay in glitter. There is no glitter inside of my fucking bed. There is no glitter in here. I don't have children. And if I had children, we wouldn't be playing with glitter. So I don't have any glitter. How is it that my arms and my hands and my fingers are literally, I'm looking at glitter, just like the on X-Men, the woman that called herself Diamond on X-Men, she was glittering. You understand? Because and no bullet can penetrate her skin. And this is what's happening inside of Europe. We have crystals inside of our brain, and our pineal gland is now crystallizing. Those that are eating according to their genetic makeup. It's very important to become eat as much as the sun as you possibly can. I fast throughout the course of the day. I don't eat until 5 or 6 o'clock. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have been eating nourished the last couple of days, but when it comes down to me eating, this is me. You see this right here? This is me juicing. You know what this is? This is kale. This is kale, pineapple, cucumber, and green apple. This is what this is right here. And I got 4 gallons of this shit inside my freezer. 4 gallons. This is what I eat. Pecans, walnuts, and salads. That's what I'm eating. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm eating the sun. Point blank, I'm sitting out there all day. And you can see that your body is literally changing. Not only that, if you go outside right now and you can sit on, you can take, if you're light skin or a lighter complexion, you can take a piece of cloth and put it over your arm like this and just sit your arm in the sun for about 30 minutes to 45 minutes and then remove the cloth. You will see the different complexion in your arm. This is how fast or how intense the sun has increased on the planet. This is how intense the sun has increased on the planet. So let me keep it moving, my people. Let me keep it moving. Let me see what else I have to show, what else I have to speak on before we get into anything else. All right, hold on. Let me minimize this, and then I'm gonna take some phone calls right after I'm done with this. All right. Hold on. Matter of fact, this is what I'm gonna play first. Hold on, before that, commercial break. Now, let me just say this to you. Is there anybody in here that needs to be blocked? Because that's what I'm into now. Yeah, I'm in that. I'm in anybody in here that needs to be blocked. Commercial break. I understand a virus need life in order for it to exist. But I'm not here to give it any life. So is there anybody in here that needs to be blocked? Let's go with my commercial break. Let me look over here. This is the first time. Anybody in here that needs to be blocked? Let me drink me some of my juice. And please hit the like button. You appreciate the content, hit the like button. The like button doesn't cost you nothing. Hit the like button. It doesn't cost you anything. You appreciate the content, hit the like button. Hit the like button. Thank you. Gratitude and abundance to you all. All right, cool. Let me keep it moving. Here we go right here. Now, this message right here, I told y'all we got to go backwards to go forward right here. Let me move back. I only want to play one part of this message. Here we go right here. Pause.
It is not.
Here we go.
Nerve node of the universal organism. We cannot and will not allow this to happen. Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not.
Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you believe that is native to your planet. It is not. It is not. Here we go right here. Let me say that. Let me play that again.
Native to your planet. It is not. Planets, including its 2 flags. Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not. Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not. Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not.
Pause. No need to go to that anymore. That message had more truth in there than anything. Let me keep on going because there's another message. Here we go. 1977. Here's it. Now, no one seems to debunk this message. No one can find any way to debunk this message. Now, I only want to play certain parts of this message right here. All weapons of evil. No, here we go right here. Let me start with this. This message, this happened in 1977. In 1977, in Europe, people were watching the news. This was in Europe. They were watching the news, and this broadcast cut in. And his name was Ashtar, the Galactic Commander, speaking to you. Now, he said after his introduction, how he was nice and calm and introduced himself. He said, be still now and listen, for your chance may not come again. Now, all your weapons of evil must be removed. The time for conflict is now past, and the race of which you are a part may proceed to the highest stages of evolution. If you show yourself worthy to do this, you have but a short time to learn to live together in peace and goodwill. Now, have you noticed, since they've been talking about the age of Aquarius, which they mentioned it on news maybe one or twice, have you noticed that things have ramped up as far as violence on the planet instead of learning to live together in peace and goodwill? Let me move forward. Let me move forward just a little bit.
Call from 414.
Hold on. I got y'all, people. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hear now the voice of Verline, the representative of the Ashtar Galactic Commander, speaking to you. Beware also that there are many false prophets and guides operating in your world. See, let me explain something to you. This is why I tell my brothers and sisters all the time, you have no idea how beautiful and unique you are as an individual. Do not allow someone in here. Do not. It's okay to go to the buffet. But when you go to the buffet, you pick what you want to pick. It's okay to look at the whole menu. It's okay to look at all the shit there. But you take in what you need to help you on your journey, but not to enable you. You have to be able to use your own mind and be creative. Moving forward in the age of Aquarius, you have to contribute in your own unique galactic way to see the new age. If you are someone that is easily manipulated to follow, if you are someone that is waiting for someone to do things for you, or you feel as though people should be doing things for you, I will tell you right now, you will not move forward. You are no good to the cosmos. The cosmos love and respect and value and appreciate those that can work individually for themselves, but know how important collectively we are. So if you can't do nothing individually that will boost the evolution of you and your species, then you are no good for the ascension. Call it what you want. I don't know what happened here. Okay, pause. Here we go. He said, beware of false prophets and guides operating in your world. They will suck your energy from you, the energy you call money, and will give you evil ends, and give you worthless doss in return. So when you look at this materialistic world, when you look at the thing, I don't know why this is so blurry. Yo, YouTube, congratulations, good job. But when you look at the world that they give you, the cell phones, the computers, the laptops, the cars out here, the vehicles, the houses that they try to glamour you with. When let me explain something to you. You know why Bill Gates feel arrogance? You know why Bill Gates can walk into a room? You know why Warren Buffett can walk into a room and everybody be like, oh shit, that's Warren Buffett. Even our own brothers and sisters be like, oh shit, that's Warren Buffett. He's the billionaire. Oh shit, that's Bill Gates. He's the billionaire. You know why? Because you don't know who you are. I could walk in a room with all of them. Every billionaire that you can possibly name. Jacob Rothschild, J.P. Morgan, Henry Ford, Andrew Carnegie, all of them. And they all would be on their knees. You done lost your mind. This right here is the most valuable thing that's on the fucking planet. This is the most powerful thing on the planet. What the black woman has given birth to. And no disrespect to you, so-called black woman, you are the most powerful thing walking in the flesh. But you gave birth to something that's powerful. I just said me walking in the room. Now, if you walked in there, they should be, not only should they be on their hands and knees and face, they should be putting their face up underneath the fucking ground when you walk in there. You see, that's why it's a difference. And I say this all the time on Instagram. Sisters that wear their natural hair, their hair is out. They ain't got them claws on their head. They got their natural nails. They ain't got high heels on. They walking with flat surface, flat shoes. They ain't wearing outfits that show their vagina print. Come on, we all know what's going on with the leggings. We all know what's going on with the leggings inside the butt crack now. We all know what's going on. Women that don't walk around like that, but they got their hair wrapped or even their hair, natural hair out. They ain't got those fake claws on their head. They got the elegant flowing dress on. You understand what I'm saying to you? That can fit, that show curvature, but ain't showing cleavage. It ain't showing the vajayjay. You see what I'm saying to you? So, and they walk into a room. See, when a white woman see you, when a white man and a white woman see you, they look at you like this. Excuse me, I don't even want to say the white man and the white woman. I want to say the artificial species, because if you notice, black woman, everybody want to talk to you now, right? Have you noticed that? The Cubanos, everybody want to talk to a black woman now. I mean, it ain't like they didn't want to do it before, but goddamn, they searching for you now. Like literally, they don't even want their own kind. They literally looking for you now. But have you know, when you walk into a room, that all of them look at you like, and then when you catch them looking at you, they look around. This is how they look around. This is how they look around. But when you walk, they look, shit, god damn. And then when you see the woman, the so-called black woman with the long eyelashes on, with the nails, and she got the makeup on her face, the long hair, and she got heels on, or she got the tights all on, showing everything. You see how the white girl look at, hey, how you doing? Come on over. Yes, how you doing? Yes. But when you go to talk to the white woman, looking natural, she look at you like, yes. But when you go to her looking like the white woman, you done gave her a sense of accountability. You done gave her a sense of reasoning to be here. Because, I got God wanting to look like me. I got God wanting to look like me. And deep down in my heart, I want to look like her. What's up with you? Deep down in my soul, deep down in my vessel, my very being, that I want to look like her. But I got her looking like me. So because I can't look like her, because I can't cut her hair off and put it on my hair, but she can cut my hair off and attach it to her shit. But I can't cut her hair off and put it on me. So therefore, makes me feel comfortable. It makes me feel comfortable about the life that I'm living on a planet that's not conducive to my genetic makeup. The same way when we walk into these doctor's office. Oh, doc, my heart is bothering me. Oh, doc, my chest is bothering me. Oh, doc, my leg is bothering me. So he say, what you be eating all the time? Well, I be having fried chicken sometimes. I be eating that Chinese food. He be like, well, you got to eat it in moderation. He tell you to eat it in moderation, you stupid mother French toast joker. He telling you to eat it in moderation because now you're giving him a sense of power. You understand? He know that if you was to go on a plant-based diet, as matter of fact, if you was to go on an all-fruit diet and eat the fucking sun too, he know his life, his job, the lie that he has been living and the lie that he walks around in will crumble like a fucking fake piece of cake, like a dried up piece of cookie. Like a dried up, you ever see a cookie that's been sitting out for 3 years and you pick it up and it just crumble? His whole life would just fall the fuck apart if the moment that you take control of your own anatomy, that you take control of your own self. He knows that. So no, you gotta eat it in moderation. Hey, take these pills right here and then see how you feel after 15 days. Then tell me how you feel. Next thing you know, you go to the fucking bathroom. You don't even know you got a phallus there. You don't even feel your motherfucking phallus. You like, doc, I take the medicine and I don't get my chest pains no more. But my woman tried to rub on my chest and my shit went. And now he talking about, well, you know, why don't you take this now? Now he's giving you some medicine to try to get the blood circulation back down there. He done got your heart pumping faster than a motherfucker. So now you in cardiac arrest. You understand? Commotional cordis, nigga. Fuck is wrong with you? Killing you. Literally killing you. Because you know why? You know what the universal law is? as long as we go to them to find out who we are, as long as we seek life and truth through them, for us, the universe say, hang them high. Hang them the fuck high. So let me finish going on, people. Let me finish going on. Let me finish going on with this. Hold on. Let me pass this. Let me move forward. Okay, here we go right here. Let me pull this part up right here. And then I'm moving on. And then I'm going to take some phone calls. And what time is it? It's 11 o'clock. Shit, Kalai, you been on this joint for how long? Oh, shit. I've been vibing on this joint, huh? I've been really vibing on here. Here we go. I'm going to go from this and right outside tomorrow. 10 toes down, baby. Let's go. It says, this is our message to our dear friends. Who is he talking to? Now, this message happened in 1977. Who is he talking to? I want to read this to you, and I want you to hear. Who is he talking to now? This is our message to our dear friends. We have watched you growing for many years, as you too have watched our lights in your skies. You know now that we are here and that there are more beings on and around your earth than your scientist admits. Hold the French toast door. Who is he talking to? Who is he? This happened in 1977, my people, in Europe. Who is he talking to? This is our message to our dear friends. We have watched you growing for many years, as you too have watched our lights in your skies. Let you know right now that they can't put nothing up there. Let you know right now that they can't get out of here. Let you know right now that who controls the skies. Huh? But they keep telling you because you want to believe in artificial species because you've been beat down. Oh, they got intelligence. Oh, they can make clouds. Oh, they can do this. They can do that. They can't do it. They can't do nothing. All the stuff that they do, we catch on within seconds. When 9/11 happened, we was right on it. When they blew up the pipe, when they blew up the underwater pipe bombs, when they blew up the shit over in Atlanta and made the levees blow up, we was on it. When anything that they do, we be right on it. They can't do nothing. Are you serious? These are primitive species on this planet. Meat eaters cannot outthink or move faster than sun eaters. Remember that. So we have watched you growing for many years too. Many years as you too have watched our lights in the skies. You know now that we are here and that there are more beings on and around your earth than your scientist admits. Hold up. Around your earth than your scientists admit. Who owns scientists? Black people, we ain't got no scientists. Who the hell are you? Who owns scientists? We ain't got no scientists. Who the fuck is he talking to? Was he talking to us? He said, you know that there are more beings on and around your planet than your scientist admits. Why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Come on, let me keep it going. Wow. Let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. Let me keep it going. Here we go. Now I'm done with that. That's the message from 1977. Here we go. Let me go over here to this right here. Nope. This is where I want to. Come on, man. Where is it at? Here we go. These crop circles right here is from May and June of 2023. So I just want you to look at these crop circles. May and June of 2023. This year right here. I want you to look at these crop circles. Star seeds, look at these crop circles. Tell me you can leave in the comments what you think they are saying. What message that they are saying. First of all, look at the sacred geometry that they're using. Ancient math. Look at the precise craftness that they are using. They said that only the hands of God can do this. Only the hands of God can do this. You know that you know what type of intelligence that you have to be able to possess to create a portrait like this inside of crop fields. Do you know what type of intelligence you have to possess? And if there was a war in the heavens, a question that I have to ask my brothers and sisters, if there was a war in the heavens, woo, Kala, woo, I got the Holy Ghost tonight. If there was a war in the heavens and we won the war, the entities won the war that's here on the planet. They won the war. How would you allow someone to come through, get past your radar defenses, and drop crop circles in a matter of seconds. How do you do that? How could you allow that to take place? If there was a war in the heavens, that means your technology matches theirs. Or the heaven is right here. Why is the heaven right here? Because you have over 100 billion neurons inside of your brain. The same amount of stars in the Milky Way galaxy. 100 billion neurons. And one neuron possesses enough information to fill the Grand Canyon from floor to ceiling, wall to wall, 10 times the fuck over. One neuron. One neuron. And you got over 100 billion of them. Stop playing with me, man. Stop playing with me. Who dropping these crop circles? War in the heaven. Huh? What a joke. What a joke. This is May of June of 2023. May and June of 2023. These crop circles would drop. What are the messages in the crop circles? That one there look like the sunflower, don't it? That look like the sunflower. If you appreciate the content, hit the like button. The like button doesn't cost you nothing. Hit the like button. The like button doesn't cost you nothing. You appreciate the content, hit the like button. Thank you. Gratitude, abundance to you. Gratitude. This is to set the record straight. This ain't about racism. This is about the age of Aquarius is about acceptance, knowledge and acceptance. Knowledge of self and acceptance. Reflection on self. This is what the age of Aquarius is about. This is not about joining a system to destroy another species. This is not about gaining knowledge to destroy another species. This is about the liberation of your own species so that you can walk in your purpose. This is what this is about. Truth does not create violence. Lies create violence. What an amazing time to be alive. What an amazing time to know thyself. What an amazing time to speak with no fear. What an amazing time to be selfless. What an amazing time, my brothers and sisters. This is an amazing time. What are these crop circles saying? What are these crop circles saying to you, my brothers and sisters? What are they saying, huh? There's a message in each and every last one of them. What are they saying? Huh? This is an amazing time to be alive. This is a beautiful time to be speak with no fear. They had to teach you death in order for them to live. They had to teach you death in order for death to exist on the planet. They had to teach this to you. Hold on, and I want to show you one last crop circle. I want to show you this. This was the most. This one right here. Let me start it over. Right here. This was the last one that was left. This was the last crop circle that was left. And this was in July. This crop circle was in July. Now, when I look at this crop circle, as I spoke about it on Instagram, this reminds me of the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain. This here in the middle reminds me of the corpus callosum that connects the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere of the brain that sits beneath the pineal gland. So now they got the people mowing it down because they don't want you to see these crop circles. What does that crop circle say? What does that crop circle say? So hold on, let me move on over here. Now, anyway, I want to use a couple videos from Mr. MB33 channel real fast that I want to speak about real quick. Matter of fact, if you want to call in, you call in. I'm gonna take calls now. As I'm going in and out of these videos, you can call in. You can call in. You can call in if you want to call in.
Difficult to say.
Now, pause. I'm just going to show you this right here. Now, this is a cloud, supposedly a cloud. This is a ship sitting inside the sky. Now, this is what I'm trying to explain to you, right? Look at the rest of the sky. Okay, you want to say these patterns in the sky is normal. That's what I mean. Normal. That's what the clouds normally look like. But what is this? How is that possible? What type of cloud would do that? What type of cloud would have this type of structure sitting in the sky? What type of cloud would have that? What type of cloud would have that type of structure in the sky? Hold on, here we go. All right, hold on. Take one. Hold on. Let me put this on speaker. Hold up. Hello?
Yeah.
Hold on. Give me a second. Oh, yeah, hold on. Let me put you on Bluetooth. Can you hear me?
Call from
Hold on.
1513 903.
Okay, hold on.
Call
Accept.
from
Jenny.
Hello? Can you hear me?
accept, press 1 to send a voicemail.
All right, hold on for 1 second. Hold on, I got to check this out. Hold on for 1 second. Hold on for 1 second. Hello?
Yeah, hello?
All right, here we go. Peace, appreciation, and value. Live with Kala. State your name, city, and state where you calling from, or you don't have to do that.
Okay, well, I'm going to do this. My name is Kenneth Brown. I'm calling from Decatur, Georgia.
What's up, Kenneth Brown? How you doing, my brother? Long time no hear from.
Man, let me tell you something, Kala, before I go on. This sun, I'm telling you, it's so strong, Kala. It's beautiful, though, because I'm crystallizing. I'm changing, man. This energy, I just feel different. But anyway, I'm going to ask you a question.
Yes.
Why every time I walk up and look at the sun for about 3 minutes and people look at me, jump in the truck and run, everybody running from me, man. I can stand there and look at the sun. I mean, look right up through it for 3 minutes or 4, maybe 5. And people just running. But it's a question I want to get to you, to ask you, because I want to get this real straight. Because like you said, it's not about racism. Now, I want you to follow me because everything you're doing is, I'm going on with your genetics and everything. I get that part. But this is the part I want to get so I can get my understanding because all I do now is just go within. That's why I don't comment or nothing. I'm straightly going in meditation like crazy. But anyway, I want to ask you one question because everybody's saying this. Now, if I understand that, mankind was created. I get all. I get the genetics, everything.
Right.
But let me ask you a question because this is very important because I keep getting this through them, through the transmission, through them, and all that. And so when they telling me they still was created by the source energy. They just only electricity, which is just spirit. I get that part. But what they're saying, if they can elevate their frequency to a 5D level and vibrate on that frequency that's coming to the planet, the people that's raising their vibration and frequency to that level can't extend to the 5D and receive a soul. Now, give me some on it.
All right, here we go right here. The reason why that is virtually impossible, because the body has nothing to do with the soul. The soul is different from your ethereal. Your body comes second. Your ethereal, which what makes up your body, your genetics.
Okay, I got that.
So the reason why so-called black people don't have a problem with the sun is because we're literally the sun. We're not the body. We're literally the sun. That's what neuromelanin is. Neuromelanin is condensed sunlight. So we are like the drivers that's sitting inside of a vehicle, but the vehicle matches our suit. They are just their suit. They're not soul beings. As much as people want to say that's racist or hatred, they don't possess the soul, aka the sun, in order for them to ascend to the sun. You see what I'm saying? So you have to be able, you literally have to be the sun walking in the flesh. When they said Jesus walked on water, that's the sun. Literally.
Yeah.
That's the sun refracting off of water. So this is the problem. So they can drink tea, they can have the most, they can drink tea, they can meditate, they can do yoga, they can do all the shit that they want to do physically. But this is a metaphysical and a physical thing merging together. And hold on.
226 6073.
Hold on. Hold and accept. And then accept. Nah, hold up. Can you hear me? Oh man, hold on. Some people, y'all gotta. Kenneth. I don't know what happened. Kenneth. Yo, Ken. Yeah, Kim. I can hear you now, man. Somebody called in. And I don't know the phone. I got this new phone, and this phone, the way it answers the calls on the other line, it blocks out the other calls. So people, bear with us. Soon as I hang up the phone, you can call in.
Yeah, I'm just letting you know telling me, because I understand even like when you show that picture, I still don't forget it about that Russian dude. I think it was you that showed that Russian dude that told them that said that they were created in the Peachtree dish. And I get that part, but the thing is, because they have the energy of the source, where I'm coming at, and they electricity, and if they raise their vibration, it doesn't do it. You telling me it still got to do with genetics?
No, it has to do with the sun. It has to do with your soul.
Oh, okay.
So listen, hold on for 1 second. This is what I want to. This is what you just said. So you talk about raising their electricity, raising what? Everything on the planet in order for it to operate. Like for example, even your cell phone. Your cell phone operates off electricity or off of energy. Everything is energy, but it doesn't mean that is the source energy. When you say that they were created from source, you're telling me that they came through the sun. So who created them?
Okay, they hold it right there. I ain't going with the Yaku story enough, but the thing is that they, like you said, they still have a part of the source energy, right? Electricity, which is because we're supposed to be electricity and magnetism. We draw, right?
Right.
Okay, so they don't have the magnetism; they just have the electricity, which is the spirit, right?
They have an energy source, because everything on the planet, nothing can exist. Rocks have energy. Plants, everything has energy, no matter what it may be. Even statues that are created has a source of energy inside of them. Doesn't make that energy natural. Doesn't make that energy pure.
Oh, I get it now. Oh, okay. So everything but see, you got our people down here running from the sun. I know why, because the nanobot technology, the nano implant, plus what they're eating. I get it. But so you mean to tell me no matter how much they vibrate, raise their frequency to unconditional love and all that, they can't get in?
How could somebody have unconditional love? Hold on, man. And accept. Nah, I don't want this call. Okay, that's it. Here we go. How could somebody have unconditional love, right? That never loved themselves. In order for you to love yourself, you have to stand up to righteousness, no matter who it may offend. So if they don't love themselves enough to stand up to their own people. Listen, silence is acceptance. So no matter if you lynch black people, no matter if you was a police officer, no matter if you was a judge and you injustly lock black people up, or you was a medical doctor, or you was a school teacher, it doesn't make a bit of a difference. You can be someone that's working at Home Depot. You're still holding up a system and a part of a system that is destroying organic people of the planet. So until I see white people, Asian people, and Arab people march down the fucking street and tell black people, stop going to their schools, we're not teaching you no more, we're not medically evaluating you no more, we're not psychologically evaluating you no more, we're not running an economic system on you anymore, you should not be going, we should not be doing this to you. The planet belongs to you, and we came here after you. So until that happens, they could never love me, because they don't love themselves and love righteousness enough.
Yeah, you got a point. I want to go to, I know other people is, and this one more question I want to ask you. When I was listening to one of them, they said go out, because I know the 5D energy is I loving it. But when I went to kiss the tree and hug and all that, guess what I seen, Kalai?
What you saw?
You know, Mr. MG, to show you how the lead be swinging back and forth.
Right.
I seen it do it.
Yeah.
I seen it do it. And then hold up, it's a ladybug used to get all on me, right? So I seen a ladybug. I said, hey, and he crawled up under the leaf, right? So I lifted the leaf. I said, where you going? Don't you know the ladybug came all the way up to me and stood next to me, man? I started crying, boy.
Well, again,
I started crying. I said, damn, that's how far I'm from nature, man. Kalai, you gonna see me, boy. This only thing would come to me. And I know we're going into the quantum finance system, and are we in 5D and all that. And like I said, but I feel that I'm coming across, after this all get through, that I'm going to come across a lot of wealth. And it was told to me, and plus that, but I want to give. I told Mama, I don't want nothing. I want to give it, to give, whatever it is. If it's the gold that the ancestors left from when they done took, or wherever they go in the financial system, I want to create. Guess what, Kalai? I'm going to let you go. I got to look. I done built in the 5D, listen to me, I done built over 15 businesses, bro. 15 big ones. Okay. Yeah, that's what I've been doing, creating, just like you said. And that if you cannot create and you cannot be, then you're gonna have to go to another earth. I don't want to be in judgment. I'm trying to do the zero. We're in a new time frame, and what you say can go to the now and present to be your future. So I'm very careful about what I'm saying. So, but man, that's what I'm on right there, man. Mm-hmm. I ain't on all that. I'm in there meditating, creating, and I got it. I took it from the image, from the visual, and put it on the paper. It's all in front of me, Kalai. I wish I could show you this stuff, boy.
It's all love, my brother. I know that. I know our abilities and I know our power when we open up our heart chakra. But just remember something.
That's what I did, yeah. Because now I'm learning how to meditate from the sacred mind to the sacred heart chakra. It was just in the middle, you know what I'm saying, where his heart space at. Okay. So that's how I do it, you know. Right. But I ain't gonna hold you. I love you, man. Keep the fire going, Kalai, but please have a little love in the ear.
Yeah, you already know that, brother. But just remember one thing: Alexis is intelligent too, and she's made off of energy as well. But does that make Alexa real? Does that make her real?
No, I don't know, because they're trying to tell me it's about if you can match the frequency of what's coming in the planet 5D and you can raise your vibration and frequency to that level. It doesn't matter about race or genetics. That's what I don't know.
Yeah, but it's not about matching. The frequency is coming from the sun. You have to match the frequency of the sun. So which means you have to match the sun. The frequency ain't coming. The frequency ain't coming from some foreign object. The frequency is coming from the sun. So you have to match the sun energy. And if you can't match the sun energy, then therefore you won't exist on this planet. You will have complications walking on the planet.
I see so many many people down here turning red. But the sad thing for me, I'm gonna let you go, Kalai, is our people running from the sun. Don't you know I ain't turned the air on, don't need no air. I just, sometimes I get ventilation, I got the fan, but that's the most I do. I go out in the sun, look up at it, and people look at me crazy. It's like the police want to jump on my looking at their blanket. And I'm just telling the folks, and I might be wrong, I told them, man, y'all got to move on, man. The Chinese, all of them, I said, y'all got to go on and leave our land, man, because what y'all done did was wrong, and then y'all won't even come to apologize. Y'all saying that y'all gonna do it. I said, but y'all got to go, all y'all down here, y'all got to get off our land. Go on back where you at, because the thing is that when y'all was over here, y'all was taking the money, putting it in y'all neighborhood, sending it overseas out of the black community, you wasn't putting nothing in. So y'all, I'm telling you got to go, because I'm an elder, and this is our land, but that's how I'm telling them, man.
I appreciate you, my brother, man. I really thank you for your insight. I really appreciate your positive energy.
Okay, yeah, man. I love you, Clyde. Let me go. I'll let you go. I know people, but man, keep on, man. You got that fire. I'm down here trying to do what I can do, but man, I'm gonna let you know that I am crystallizing on the inside.
Well, I know you are, brother. I know you are.
Have a good day, and I love you, man. I mean that.
I love you too, my brother. Abundance and gratitude to you. Peace.
Yeah, same to you. Abundance.
Call ended.
Yeah, we got to understand what raising your frequency is. Raising your frequency is meaning matching the frequency of the sun. Like, for example, have you noticed that your electronics are messing up because they can't match the frequency of the sun because there's not natural. Just because you have energy flowing through you doesn't mean you are the source. You literally have to become from source. Point blank and simple. All right, hold up. Hello? Hello? You got to shut me down in the background. You got to shut me off in the background. Hello? Abundance to you. Turn your phone up. I can't hear you. Hello? Yeah, I can. Yeah, I got you. It's real low though. It's real low, but I can hear you.
What's going on, Kala? Look, we talked before. I ain't gonna lie, it's just crazy. Everything you called out on these people, it's almost like a movie. It's almost as if like they was watching your live, and now they just like they forced to release everything back to back to back to back to back. Even when you go on the news,
right?
These people ain't giving nobody no breaks no more with all the stuff that's rolling and coming out.
No, not at all.
The stuff, including the stuff they can't even hide no more. Now you see everything going on with the people who took that jab, right? I ain't gonna say too much, but the people who took that jab, that sun is turning them a new a-hole.
Yeah.
There's no other way to put it. And I've been noticing, this is one thing I've been noticing, Clyde. It's people around me, and I hate to say that, but it's certain black people that look just like you and me who saying the same thing. And every time I ask them, did y'all take the jab? They be like, yeah. I'm wondering, like, why is all these people saying it's hot outside, but I don't feel the heat they talking about.
Right. Right.
So I'm wondering, like, what's going on with these people, and how are they getting affected so bad, and other people it's not right now?
Yeah, well, the people that are, I'm gonna tell you, the people that are eating more healthier, the people that's not filled with a lot of mucus and acid, they are not the ones that are burning up as much as the people. I mean, of course we're gonna get warm, you know what I mean? But the sun is not gonna feel uncomfortable to us. We're not gonna get like people out here getting headaches, people walking with umbrellas, I've seen people that don't even want to stand in the sun. They're literally standing in the shade. And because when your body is full of mucus and acid, and the sun and the energy from the sun is hitting that, your body starts to boil. It starts to bubble. Just like if you, like I stated, if you put water in a pot and you turn the heat on in the stove, you'll see it start to bubble. And that's what's happening with a lot of our people. And what's going to, in turn, what else is going to be the results of that is going to start from, it's going to have strokes and heart attacks and more cardiovascular issues. Just like we've seen right now, just recently with LeBron James' son, playing basketball, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to see more of that right there with our brothers and sisters. You know what I mean? It's not normal for young people to have cardiovascular issues, and not more importantly, commercial carditis. We're not supposed to have that. So
now, when my grandma was speaking on that, because she's a nurse in St. Louis, she's an administrator RN. When she was saying, when all this stuff first happened, she said, they lying to y'all. They're not telling. She she said, it's too many young people that's in college. These are young, healthy adults. She said, why they dropping out? Why they catching strokes? Why they catching heart attacks?
Yep.
She said, whatever it is, it's in whatever that stuff is that they give you. And now this, I just have to say, I don't know if you seen the movie or not. They clone Tyrone.
Yeah.
Man, they just exposed so much stuff in that one movie. I thought, well, now I know why they tried to unalive Buddy.
Did you?
A lot of people don't understand.
No, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I said a lot of people don't understand. They just looking at this movie, like, I ain't gonna lie, I cannot watch nothing like regular people. Yes, I can enjoy it, but anybody like my family, my daughter, them, they don't like watching the movie because they say, oh, he gonna ruin it. Oh, he always picking out this. I said, listen, because they put it right in your face. You gotta understand, they cannot do this stuff unless they show you in your face.
Exactly.
But they got everybody so conditioned that it's like, oh yeah, this just love and hip hop.
Yep.
Oh, this no. They're literally doing this on purpose to you.
Yes.
There are certain sounds, frequencies, and colors they put out through these TVs and waves that mess with your brain and mess with your frequency on purpose.
Yep.
And that movie just exposed so much stuff. That's why I'm trying to explain. Like, y'all looking at the title saying they clone Tyrone. No. It was way worse than that. They showed you it went the rabbit hole went way too deep.
Yes.
When you went to get out.
Absolutely.
Showed you everything.
Showed you what they was putting in the food, the chicken. Yeah. Showed you why they got us hooked on chicken. Come on.
The women with their parents, and I was trying to explain this because my sister wanted to do a private investigation for our family because she's trying to figure out like why all the women in St. Louis and our family got from cancer, but not the men. I say, sis, let me save you the time and opportunity before you do all that. Did all of them have weed? Yes, they did. Did all of them have weed? Yes, they did. All right. So the moment you put that stuff in your hair, they came out and said it, not me. They came out and said those are chemicals that's in that weed. So what's the next thing a woman gonna do right after she get her did? You're gonna go shake your rump in the club somewhere, or you're gonna make love to a man somewhere. You're doing it to look good for somebody.
Yep.
It's automatically gonna send all them chemicals straight down the pores in your brain. It's simple as that.
Mm-hmm. It's another movie I want to tell you. It's another series that I want to tell you to watch. It's called it's on Disney Plus. It's called The Secret Invasion by with Samuel L. Jackson. Just watch that, my brother.
Yes.
Bring you
I
up.
just watched all 6 episodes. They made that show off you. They had to. Nope, y'all not telling me nothing. When I see them coming out with stuff after your live, I said, man, come on, man. Y'all stand here, man. Y'all got ages in this man's stuff. Y'all watching him. Y'all writing it all down. And y'all taking this stuff to Hollywood. You never created nothing. We already know that.
All day.
Where y'all getting this information to put out this good material right now? Come on, why would they do that right now?
Come on,
right
brother.
Now.
It's a reason for that.
Not only was they exposing the reptilians, how they infiltrated everything, they showed y'all how they clean y'all with this Russian Ukraine.
Come on, brother.
Right
Come on, my brother. Come on.
How can they show y'all this? I said the same way with the Ohio, with the train derailment. How did Netflix put that on their Netflix series 2 weeks before it happened? And it was at the real town with real people from that town that was actors in that movie. Come on, man. Hey, look, the math ain't math. They got to make this make sense.
Come on, my brother. Come on. Those that.
Look, I'm trying to get her to go crazy, go ahead, but listen, these people got to be stopped, man. Y'all shenanigans is over with, it's done. And all this stuff is, they got away with this bull crap so long. Like you said, the people that didn't want to watch, that didn't want to see this, you have no choice now. It's right in your face. People arguing, man, ain't no aliens in it. What is this? What is your news talking about now? What is the Congress people talking about now? They're lying to y'all. They have to tell the truth about all this stuff now. They trying to say the tale, but it's not gonna work.
At all. It's a reason why they're letting all that out right now. They have to. It's a reason. But thanks again, my brother, man. Thank you for sharing your energy. Thank you for your positive vibe, man. I really appreciate it. And once again, my brother, the people that are around you that you see, the one thing they hurt our hearts the most because we want to see them. We want to see them in a different light, but they got to want to see themselves in a different light. They got to see it. That's the one thing what Morpheus told Neo. He said, I can tell you about the Matrix, but in order for you to combat the Matrix, you have to see the Matrix for yourself. Me telling you about this is just gonna go in one ear, it's gonna go in one ear and eventually out of the other. You have to see the Matrix for yourself.
I know. I just got one more thing I want to ask you about. I know you don't play no game. You don't have no time to play none of these people shenanigans, this secret agent crap. Y'all working for the man undercover.
Not at all.
So I was on TikTok, and a man had on the thing. He was talking about reparations for all the black people legal in the United States, $5,000 a month.
Mm-hmm.
And I got on there, and all I said was, why y'all on here going back and forth talking about the right and left wing when y'all know y'all can unallow the bird that you can't say kill on TikTok? I said, unallow the bird. What are we talking about? I said, y'all talking about reparations for us and our kids, $5,000. I don't want they paper money that's for the fall. I want them off this land. I want them up out of here.
That's
I said,
right.
what did you talk about? He said, what do you mean? He said, you're a Bible type community. If you say you don't want us to have $5,000 reparations, I say it's paper. I said, that means you still trying to go off this paper currency that these people got going on that's falling right now, clearly.
Come on, my brother.
And you can clearly see it's falling. So why are you talking about $5,000 of reparations when all of this belongs to us? Anything that these people make, it come from our land. It's ours.
Come on, my brother.
So what are you talking about $5,000 reparations? What does this belong to?
Exactly.
Hey, look, it just ain't make no sense. I'm getting on my prayer, peace and love, my brother. It's always a good time when I have a conversation with you, my brother.
Always.
Keep doing your thing, man. They cannot stop you. They cannot touch you.
Respect to you, my brother. Thank you. Gratitude and abundance.
Peace and abundance, brother.
Peace, brother. This our shit. You don't understand how we sound by accepting reparations for somebody, giving you $5,000 a month. The cell phone, the laptop, the car, the screws that make the house, the wood that makes the house, everything you have come from this planet. And you know how this planet was built and what it's made of? Carbon. You know what this body is? When your body go into the earth, it produces everything on the planet: gold, diamonds, everything, dirt. This right here. This right here. They selling you. That's like selling a fish water. What's wrong with y'all?
Call from. To accept, press 1.
Abundance to you. Hello? Hold on. Let me see something. I don't know why. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
All right, my brother.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you loud and clear. Peace, appreciation, and value. You live with Kala. State your name, city, state where you calling from, or if you don't, that's cool. But just state what's on your mind.
Yeah, I'm calling from Maynard, Texas, bro, right out here in the country. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, hey, Kala, hey, you on it, brother. You been on it. I mean, I've been rocking with you for like 3 years, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, I'm the one that said, I'm the one that said that I got a wish, my nigga.
Respect to you, my brother.
It's beautiful, the connection. The connection, I stay grounded, my brother. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these CMEs, they're popping. Bro, we just caught a ship today that passed over her head, and I'm talking about it was unquote, my nigga. He said it looked like a blimp. I was at work. And she texted to me, my nigga. Hey, my brother, it's on my story, it's on my live. I go by Soul Ride 129.
So Rod, I definitely check it out, my brother. You gotta tag him. You gotta tag me in it because a lot of times, man, you know I be getting a lot of messages.
Bro, I be tripping on these devices, bro. I don't know how to do all that.
Same here, brother. I be just moving. I just be dropping the Jones and try to get to the next one.
Yeah, that's the same thing. I just be trying to get my people to see, you know what I'm saying? See what not just see, but embrace your own greatness. We are beautiful. We are great. It's our shit.
Yes.
Many, man. We didn't start here. Our civilization didn't start here. It started in a distant galaxy from here, and we traveled. We came here.
Come on, my brother.
Ancient, advanced civilization.
Absolutely. We didn't start here.
I be trying to tell them, but hey, I'm crazy, you know. So I'm gonna keep staying crazy because I'm the only one, like in my family or whatever, and through this so-called pandemic bullshit. I ain't been sick. No headaches, no nothing. I stay sun gazing. I stay out there. I drink my fruit juice. That's all I do. 95% of my diet is fruit juice in the sun. Me and my queen.
I know that's right, brother.
We vibe beautifully. I'm talking about dragonflies, bro. I ain't never seen these colors. And I don't think if your vessel is not cleaned up towards the purge, and I'm on my book too, I just hit St. Luke's Children's Hospital Tuesday, cuz. Real talk. I thank y'all, man, because you and Kenny, bro, hitting them streets and spitting that UV dreadful truth, bro. Y'all have, I'm talking about, bro, like y'all have touched so many people. Real talk. It ain't no game. It ain't no game. We out here and we doing our best, bro.
Thank you, my brother.
Toes down.
Thank you, my
Toes
brother.
down. So I respect you and everything you doing. Keep on doing it, man. Ain't nobody crazy, bro. This shit is over with.
Absolutely, man.
This shit over with, bro.
Exactly, man. We can't live like this no more, man. They had their fun.
Bro. This is sickening, bro. Sickening, bro. And I talked to my brother to see. It's a family business. They do commercial fencing, and so I talked to him out there, and shit, I told him, bro, I bang with y'all because the simple fact you fucking with yourself. You listening to me, and then you going and doing the research, and then you talking about that you want to get these books through and research for yourself. That's the only way that you can rewire your brain and move forward.
That's it.
You ain't gonna never pull from the prefrontal lobe. You see what I'm saying? If you're not goddamn cleaning up this, you gotta clean this up inside and out.
That's right, my brother.
So many years we done been broken down. We done destroyed ourselves.
Yep. That's right.
You know, I mean, but hey, we here, man, and we coming, and we pushing, and we ain't stopping.
Not at all.
Until this shit turn all the way over to 100%.
Not at all, bro.
I appreciate you, my brother, for accepting my call. You know, I don't want to hold up nobody's time, and I'm gonna let you, get to the people.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, man. I appreciate your energy and your vibe, my brother. Each one reach one. You know my motto. That's how we grow, my brother.
Right. Each one reach one. That's how we grow, my brother. Peace.
Absolutely.
Abundance to you.
Same to you, brother. Gratitude. Peace. Yes, my brothers and sisters. Hold on, let me play a video. I gotta play a video now. I gotta play a video while we getting into this. Let me play a couple of video. What the hell is that, man? I mean, they everywhere now. They try to distract me at every angle. Here we go right here. I wanted to look for my man Orion, but let me play this really real fast. Pause. Let me just run it down a little bit. Oh, hold on. This is my man John calling in. Hold on.
Vincent John.
Hold on. Hold on, my man John. Yo, my brother. Yo. What's up, my brother? You already know. Sunblood in the building.
I see you on fire. You're on fire.
This is our home, man. This is our home. I refuse, man. We gotta do this together. We gotta break through this together, man. This is our home.
Yes. But the most important thing is the youth. They are happy that you back, man.
Yeah.
What you're doing for the youth is for the children, man. Forget about those old children.
That's right, man. Man, our children, man, is important.
And I think they're happy to see you back there and dropping the knowledge.
Man, I'm happy that you don't even know how happy. Something when I got up, when something just hit me today was like, yo, just try to go on YouTube. Just because I was gonna go on here regardless, but it said try to go on your old channel because YouTube told me I was blocked to the end of August. And then when I said, oh, it's letting me go live, I said, oh, let me go on here real fast. Let me go on here real quick. It was.
You see what they did is they didn't send no notification out. You know you on YouTube because I was listening to you on Instagram, and then you keep looking at the screen, and I said, what are you looking at? I don't see that. And then when you said, hey, YouTube, don't block me because I'm saying this, I thought, oh, so I clicked on YouTube. And I didn't see the line. I had to go to your name to be able to find that you was alive. Yeah. So yeah.
They blocking me, man.
I won't send you a notification. But hey, I ain't gonna hold the line, man, because I know a lot of youth want to call in. But I just have a question.
Yes.
Before I go.
Mm-hmm.
The message for 1977.
Right.
I'm going to follow up the conversation you and the first brother have, and I just want to follow up a little bit on that.
Right.
And the Galactic Federation commander said, if they wanted to evolve to the new age, so what they're going to evolve to? He said that they can evolve to the new age if they want it.
Right. This is what we meant by that. From my understanding, if they would have showed that they were willing to work together without taking leadership from their government to poison and destroy us, we would have created something for them to where as though that they can actually live in harmony for the rest of their lives out. But they wouldn't be able to live and walk up underneath the sun with us. Like, for example, just like the government is they call themselves creating underground bunkers so they can stay away from the sun. Knowing us, we possess the type of intelligence that we could create something on the surface of the planet that these people will be able to live their days out, that stood up against their government, stood up against the atrocities that their scientists, their school teachers, their law enforcement, their professors that was doing to us. Because these people did not stand up against their own people and acceptance is silence, then they will have to meet the same fate as their own people.
Okay, so to me, it's collective. It's not individual. So because if a couple of individuals was able to evolve, because sometimes some of the Caucasian people say, oh, now all of us are bad. Some of us are fighting for black people and this and this. So if a few of them able to evolve, what will happen to those? That's what I'm trying to understand.
Now they're gonna have to. The only way I see them evolving is actually telling the truth. Hey, listen, our genetics is different from you. This is your planet. We have no right to live off of psychological and physical genocide of you. Why? And you see white people fighting for gay rights. You see white people fighting for Roe versus Wade, abortions. You don't see them gathering in groups and going from city to city.
Group, but I do see individuals, now and then individual on social media speak about Eric and who they are. So what's going to happen to the few? They're actually speaking out. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Yeah, he's gonna have to survive with his own species. They're gonna have to survive with their own species. Because they're
collective.
Yep. Individual. Absolutely. They're gonna have to learn to survive with their own species.
Oh boy.
Yeah. They're gonna have to learn to live, and they're gonna have to learn to live and survive with their own species. Now, I will tell you this: I believe that because we created a group of species that has a loving heart but move like predator. And I was watching the movie Venom the other day, and the movie Venom speaks about a species that has a heart, but he don't take any crap. He doesn't allow the weak to be abused. I believe that those type of species will be amongst the white race. And a matter of fact, not just the white race, all of them, because they all will be grouped together. So I believe those type of species will be amongst their group, but they will not be amongst us though. Not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, because when I listened to that message from them, I was like, it kind of confused me a little bit, because he's telling them if they're able to evolve, they can move to the new age. Yes. And so when you said they can't, walk on the 10, so they're not able to move on. So I'm kind of confused with that.
Yeah, what do you mean by evolve? Evolve like psychologically. Evolve to the point where as though that you don't follow someone else misdeeds. You know what I mean? Like you have your own mind, so you can operate for yourself. Like there are white men on the planet right now, and women that can build a house, that can run their own plumbing system, and can run electricity, and they can garden, have fruits and vegetables, and eat and harmonize with their own family. But they choose not to do it. They choose to talk about it individually, how this is so bad, but collectively they haven't changed.
Okay. All right. Okay. That it's kind of tricky, but now you explain it, and I kind of get it. But I always think about that video from the 1977. So that's what I said, let me ask you. But hey, one more subject, and then I'm out of here.
No. Go ahead.
A lot of our brothers need to understand, why we haven't get reparation. If the people are going to think about it, The Asian people already got reparation. The Jews already got it. Everybody already got it. Do anybody always ask themselves question, why black people haven't got it? We will never get it. The reason is we are the God. They can't pay God.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want people to understand that we will never get reparation. Forget about that because they can't pay us enough.
That's right.
We are the God.
That's it.
So I just want to put that out here before I go. So man, let me get out of here. Let some other brothers and youth come in and keep it going. But I keep up the good work. You know, I always behind you. Behind the scene.
Thank you, my brother.
Whatever you need, just reach out.
Thank you, my brother. I greatly appreciate it. So sometimes when people be hearing me speak about John, this is the brother that was telling me, yo, man, I don't care if one YouTube channel block, go on your other YouTube channel. This is the one that always, that's right. This is one that always pushes me. He always like, when I be like, John, they blocked me on one channel. Well, I don't know if I should. He be like, what do you mean you don't know? Stop playing with me. Get on that channel, man.
Yeah, think about it. You know, when you went over there, look at how many different view you got in this channel. You get the same view over there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Yeah, I know. I've seen that.
because I told you, Mother Nature will give the message to whoever that she wants to give to. It doesn't matter if you're making that video from your basement. It doesn't matter if you only have 5 people watching it. And if the Mother Nature say, I want 10,000 people to see it, 10,000 people will see it. It doesn't matter where, when you did it.
That's facts. That's facts. And when you said that to me,
that's exactly what happened. That's a proof to you.
Yes.
Right now, that video you did is more than 10,000 views. So that proved the point right there. But I'm out of here. Let somebody come in and come in.
Thank you, my brother. I greatly appreciate you once again.
Peace, my brother.
Peace, my brother.
All right, bye.
Let me play this video real fast, my people, before I take another call. Listen to this right here.
Guys, it's bad. It's getting bad. Oh, man. So this Congressman Tim Burchett, he got briefed on some of this UAP stuff that's going on. And, yeah, as soon as he was debriefed, he came outside and he made, he had a little conference and he made a statement. Whatever he saw in those videos or whatever he was briefed on, he is afraid. He's scared. He's basically saying that they could turn us into charcoal if they want. This technology, we cannot deal with it. What he said, we're dealing with alien tech right now. This is not human. We have no chance, no shot, basically, he's saying. This is crazy. This is like the 4th or 5th senator to speak on this. So, like, I don't know, man. We're getting disclosure soon. We're getting disclosure. Every day we're getting drips, like a little drip of an IV, man. And it's also crazy about, I mean, I guess since we're still here, since we're still alive, these aliens don't want to do us any harm because they could have done it already a long time ago. So I feel good about that. But yeah, like I said, I'm keeping you guys posted on.
Pause. I'm done with him. So before I go any further though, let me just let you know something. Like he said, they don't want to do you any harm. Nobody want to come down here and kill you. Nobody want to come down here and force you to live a certain type of way. Nobody want to do that to you. But you forcing people's hand by following your government. You're literally forcing my brothers and sisters' hand to use a show of force that they don't want to use. Literally. And to be honest with you, we already know it's going to be easy. But it's literally we're hoping that you can change on your own and understand that you have your own individual mind and that y'all can work collectively together. But this is why I go back to stating genetics plays so much of an important role, because I actually want to ask the entity, why did he use the chimpanzee yeast, fruit flies, mouse, chicken, wolf, zebrafish? Why did he use so many different genetics coding to put you together when he could have just, when I believe that he could have just used the chimpanzee or the bobono's monkey, with the bobono, the white woman and the white man are made with two different monkeys. The chimpanzee is the white man, The Bobono monkey is a female matriarch system monkey. This is why the white woman follows the white man so easily. Her temperament is different than the chimpanzee. And then you have the unisnub-nosed monkey when it comes to the Asian race. So I still question, I want to ask the question on why did he use so many different genetics, or why did they use so many different genetics to create the organism when they could have just used, bear with me, people, when they could have just used the chimpanzee and stem cells from the so-called black woman. Now, my only explanation for that, or my only thesis on that, is that the reason for that is to keep you internally confused. When you have that different type of animal, mouse, chicken, wolf, cow, monkey, when you have those different type of animals in you, it creates confusion psychologically. You see what I'm saying to you? So when you have that type of when you have confusion internally and it's psychological confusion, externally you exhibit confusion, like cognitive dissonance. You can't deal with reality, so you're so confused. That's the only way I would see, only me seeing that he would use those different type of animals to keep your brain in such a low state, that you will be completely confused through your existence and not be able to come to the realization and not build the fortitude to stand up and say, okay, although I was created or genetically modified by something or someone, I do not have to move I don't have to perform these different type of acts, genocidal acts. I don't have to live off psychological destruction when the earth provides everything that everybody needs. I'm looking at nature. Nature is not racist towards one another. Honeybees deal with honeybees, but they also help other animals get through the next day. Flies do the same thing. Wasps do the same thing. Different type of fish do the same thing in the ocean. You have all type of aquatic animals that live inside the ocean, the whale, the dolphin, the shark, piranhas. You got all different type of fishes that live inside the ocean. However, they all harmonize with one another. And more importantly, the shark does not have to come up for air like the dolphin or the whale do. They don't have to come up for oxygen, so the whale can surf and navigate the water all day long. And that's us. But you don't see the whale, no matter what size it is, infringing its ways on a shark to say, well, I'm bigger than you, and because you can't come up on the water, I'm jealous of you. No, that's not it. And this is the problem that we are having on this planet. And you have developed this jealousy, and you have developed a lifestyle over the years of abuse, and you got what you would consider complacent, and you got arrogant in your complacency. You got arrogant in that. Like this day that we're looking at right now, the day that we're living in right now would never come. And not to mention, my brothers and sisters, just so y'all know, of course, you may not be paying attention to this, it's just not your local electric company in your neighborhood. There are now private companies that are in your neighborhood that are messing with your electricity. You see that? I don't know why, if you're not noticing this right now, I hope that you are. There are plenty of trucks in your neighborhoods. I'm quite sure more than you ever seen before. Not just, I have Pico here in Philly, but there are other trucks that are dealing and messing with electricity all around urban communities, all around the city. I hope you are literally paying attention to this. Not only that, the Philadelphia Gas Company as well as the water company. What they are doing, I don't know. I know they're preparing for something. So, and these people are working around the clock, hours at a time. So let me move on to the next video that I want to show real fast. Here we go right here. Pause. Congressional hearing.
With intelligent extraterrestrials.
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
Pause.
You believe our government?
Now let me pause this real fast. They're asking, this is a congressional hearing. At this congressional hearing, there was someone that worked hand in hand with the recovery of UFOs in the bodies that were inside the UFOs. Now, let me tell you again why this information is all coming out, because they have no other choice. They was been supposed to release this information back in 1977, but they didn't. So they have no other choice because the life forms can no longer maintain their shape. They're not going to be able to maintain this suit that they are in. They're going to have to show them all that was hidden will be revealed. So now let me say this to you. All the spacecrafts that they have found, all the stuff that they use reverse technology on, are spacecrafts or machinery that was left here for over millions of years. Now, what they did was reverse the technology and created an organism to see if it can penetrate through the Van Allen belt or the dome. And those crafts, if they get to a certain point, malfunction and come back down to Earth and crash. And what happens is military swoops there, picks the craft up, get the extraterrestrial that was created in the lab underground and brings it back to the lab, so forth and so on. And now they're saying this is the aliens that crashed to Earth. No, these entities that are here, that are directly connected to the fake royal family and the moon, directly connected to these people. These are already been here, and they've been creating things to find out a way to get out of this, off of this planet, and travel amongst the stars like we do. They consider Earth a slave ship, just like they say to you, you were on slave ships, because they feel as though I possess enough intelligence that I should be able to surf and navigate the stars just like you do. This was the problem between Satan and God. Now, people always say, Kalai, why do you refer to the Bible if you don't believe it? The Bible was written by extraterrestrials. That's why. We are in Revelations and Genesis right now. And if you just read it for what it word for word, verbatim for what it is, you're not going to see the message in there. The heliobiblios mean return of the black sun. It means black sun, point blank and simple. And at a distance, the sun looks like a black dot. As they get closer, now you see red iron oxide dust. It's a red giant. So anyway, these alien crafts crashes to the planet, trying to get out, and they trying to say, oh well, we discovered this, and these are extraterrestrials. But the whole time, we are not asking ourselves, as I stated to you before, how did we go from haploids to diploids? How did we go from one genochrome or one cell, or excuse me, one chromosome, let's just say that, to multi-chromosomes? How did we go from people that don't have animal DNA to people that have animal DNA, that these animals naturally can't reproduce with one another? A chicken can't reproduce with a cow. A wolf can't reproduce with a zebrafish. A chimpanzee can't reproduce with a wolf. None of these things can reproduce with each other. So how did these people manage to get this genetic information inside of their DNA to make up a living organism? Once again, black people do not have animal DNA. On the outside of our cells, we have what you call antigens. That's because our blood has been infected by years of abuse, sexual abuse. You understand? This is why raping was so important of the black woman. You understand? And also injections with enzymes. Whether it was a baby, when you had the so-called get your shots, it's all kinds of animal DNA and other DNA inside of that attach themselves to our blood, and they are called antigens, which weakens our immune systems, our lymphatic system, our glymphatic system, that make us more acceptable to viruses and diseases. So let me finish this.
Has made contact with intelligent extraterrestrials.
Something I can't discuss in public setting.
Okay, I can't ask when you think this occurred. If you believe we have crashed craft, stated earlier, do we have the bodies of the pilots who piloted this craft?
As I've stated publicly already in my News Nation interview, biologics came with some of these recoveries. Yeah.
Were they, I guess, human or non-human biologics?
Non-human, and that was the assessment of people with direct knowledge on the program I talked to that are currently still on the program.
You believe our government?
All right, moving right along. Don't worry, people. I'm gonna take your phone calls. I got you. I just want to play. I want to get through this real fast.
I am in the process of violating my national security.
Pause. Let me go back.
Sharing some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. The planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, detailed study by several extraterrestrial civilizations. The human race is a hybrid. We were seeded here, and we have had an intimate interrelationship with high technology, advanced intelligence for hundreds of thousands of years. It hasn't stopped. They are still involved. I'm not trying to frighten you, but I'm trying to say to you that in the next very few short years, you're going to be experiencing things that are going to literally change your life in ways you have never dreamed or imagined. And you better be ready for it.
Pause. Now, what did he say? We have been seated here. Now, Zachariah Sitchin, who decoded the Sumerian text, said there was a group of extraterrestrials that came to Earth, and seeded life here on the planet. How do you know that if you were seated here or not? By looking into genetics. And what is the one thing that Black people walk around with 100% of the time that we know less than 1% about? And that is our genetics. Right here. Here we go.
And will not allow this to happen. Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not native to your planet. It has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not, and will not allow this
your
to happen.
Enslavement.
Your enslavement has been orchestrated by an artificial race that many of you consider native to your planet. It is not.
It is not. So this is not hatred. This is not racism. In order for you to literally, what you will call ascend or evolve, you literally must be the Son, walking in the flesh. Now, don't get it twisted. All of you are not going to receive the same fate, but none of you will be able to walk up underneath the sun. The new sun, our old but new sun, the ancient sun, like the organic species of this planet, of the cosmos, will be able to do. None of you will be able to do it. I don't care if you drink tea, yoga, give out food. I don't give a damn what you do. That has nothing to do with your genetic composition is. Because the sun is not looking at if you 3 years old, 3 months old, 26 years old, or 27. Are you organic? Are you the sun? Or are you inorganic? That's simple as that. That is not racism. And because you all are afraid and don't want to take inventory in yourselves in the actions that you display, no matter how much now the sun has ramped up, you are still holding on to the lie that God created us all the same. And that's a blatant lie, because honeybees don't possess the same blood type as flies. Alligators don't possess the same blood type as snakes or fucking lions. They don't have the same blood type. So therefore, why are we all acting like we are the same on the planet when we're not? Because there is one group of species that cannot live without the destruction of another species. That's why. It's a group of species that sit in the shadows, that are using its creation to circumvent the energy, the blood source, and kidnapping of women and children right now to this day, so that they can live. 8 million children go missing a year Black people ain't doing this shit. I don't care what you say. Black people are not taking children. Let me make this very clear. Right now in Philadelphia, in May of last month, May, 22 black children from the ages of 14 and younger went the fuck missing. We're not taking our babies. We're not doing it. So don't pull that shit on us. You and your species is doing it. And as long as you sit idle, that is acceptance. So I'm not trying to hear this shit. Oh man, I'm drinking tea. I don't want no harm. I don't want no problems with black people. Then stop your shit. And if you ain't doing it, your brother and sister's doing it. So why don't you stop him? Just like you control the media. One black person go to a, hold on, let me make this very clear. We go to a club, no black person, no black man is going to the club, even the ones that are in low frequency. 9 times out of 10, we are not going to the clubs, loading up our guns, saying we're going to shoot a motherfucker. That's not what we doing. Now, I'm not saying we ain't going to the club saying, I wish a motherfucker would. That's not what I'm saying. That's a low entity. That's a low vibrational person that takes on the propensities of his master. But I'm telling you, we don't go to the clubs and say we're going to shoot this motherfucker up. We go to the clubs and say, guess what? I want some JJ. I want to get on one of these girls. You understand? But when we get there, we get the liquor up in us. And then when we get the liquor up in us, and if the right girl ain't talking to us, we ain't got the conversation. And now when somebody bump me and I'm full of estrogen and I'm full of low frequency from what you have taught me through television, radios, and the music industry and the fucking entertainment music, now I got my gun on my hip. Now I'm in my mammalian part of my brain. Now I'm like, I'm gonna shoot the club up. And then what happens? You put me on the TV. Look at the nigga with locks. Look at the one with the beard. Look at what he did in the nightclub. He shot 5 people. 2 people died. You put us all over national news. Meanwhile, you got a fucking serial killer in New York, in fucking New York, that has went from state to state, murdering and killing fucking women. And he was only on the news twice. You done lost your minds. This nigga's a serial killer. He's been doing it for years. Going from state to state, murdering women. And this nigga actually ain't in the clubs. He ain't thinking about the bars and the clubs. He's literally thinking about killing. We thinking about the JJ and having a good time and wish a motherfucker would. This nigga is literally saying, I'm gonna walk up on behind a girl, put something over her mouth, and I'm gonna rape and kill her. And then bury her body some fucking where. Black men don't wake up and think like that. So don't give me, you good, I'm good people. Man, I ain't want no trouble. Y'all are all the same in my fucking eyes. Every last one of you, until you step up to your own species. Until you step up to your own species. You don't hold your species accountable. But you want to lock your fucking door when you see someone with locks. You want to look at me and say, oh, he's angry. He's angry. He's racism. When we the first ones that took care of your children. My mother breastfed your ass. She took me off her nipple and breastfed you. She bathed you in a 14, a 16, the 17, the 1800s. She rocked your ass to sleep. You didn't even feel comfortable and safe underneath your own mother's breast because she would have murdered your ass. But my mother did it. So let me finish playing this shit.
Sharing some of this information with you, I am in the process of violating my national security oath. The planet Earth is and has been the subject of an extensive, detailed study by several extraterrestrial civilizations. The human race is a hybrid. We were seeded here, and we have had an intimate interrelationship with high technology, advanced intelligence for hundreds of thousands of years. It hasn't stopped. They are still involved. I'm not trying to frighten you, but I'm trying to say to you that in the next very few short years, you're going to be experiencing things that are going to literally change your life in ways you have never dreamed or imagined. And you better be ready for it.
Pause. All right, hold on. Let me move on. is one more thing that I want to play. Here we go.
Force Base. These cigars.
Let me go back.
Air Force Base. These cigar-shaped ships were over a mile in length. One of them landed on the airport landing strip area. When it touched the ground, it created an earthquake like about a 3.5 to 4.0. It terrified everybody in the area. The back of this craft opened up, and several hundred young men with huge, heavy weapons came out of two sides of the ship and formed a protection line around the ship. And the people at that Air Force base, the commander, had a meeting with the individuals that were aboard this ship. And this particular race that landed those ships and that are seen in these huge cigar-shaped ships, they are a black race. They look like African Americans. They were about 6'4", 6'5", these tight-fitting black leather outfits on, and the weapons that they came out of the ships with, they were huge weapons. And if you've ever seen a race of people that were conquerors, that had never been conquered, they've got this look about them of arrogance. That is exactly what these extraterrestrials had, and they informed these people at this American Air Force base that not only were they from a militaristic society, but they had controlled a large portion of the galaxy that we live in. And this was the statement that Ronald Reagan was making to the United Nations when he said that if all the countries on the planet realized that there was a threat from outer space and from an alien civilization, we would all come together. But he was not allowed to make this statement. What I tell you is true, and the gentleman that you had on before, tell him to look up.
Often forget how much unites all the members of humanity. Perhaps we need some outside universal threat to make us recognize this common bond. I occasionally think how quickly our differences worldwide would vanish if we were facing an alien threat from outside this world.
How quickly our differences would change. This is why you think Ukraine, you think that shit's, you think Ukraine is about Ukraine and Russia. No, it's not. No, it's not. Everyone is aligning themselves up for the upcoming war. But see, it's three phases that has to take place. The first phase, like they put all through in secret invasions with Russia. Russia is supposedly going to do some type of cyber attack, and then the power is going to go out. Certain things going to go out, but they're going to be notifying you that you can go to certain places, camps, you know, because after we witness, more importantly, the weaker people witness enough death, and more importantly, no more food within 30. In the first 90 days, 3 to 6 months, over 150 million American people will be gone. Over 150 million American people will be gone. A lot of them are going to be gone for health reasons. The other is going to be because of violence. Those that can protect themselves and can't protect themselves because they don't have no food, or they looking for food and somebody took their food. This is the things that's going to happen. See, it's okay when you can look at TV and see death from a distance. But when you start seeing people around you in your immediate circle start to die off, that is going to change you. When you walk outside and you see bodies, and you walk past houses and you smell the dead bodies coming out of the houses, that is going to change you, my friend. That is going to breathe. That's what's going to change a lot of us. Understand and overstand. So I hope you psychologically and physically prepare for what's getting ready to take place here on this planet. Because this entity right now, because we are in a part of the solar system and let me, whether we're going to heaven or heaven is coming here, before the merge take place, this darkness that is taking place on the planet is not allowed to move into heaven. It's not allowed to. So what's going to happen is right now, what you are looking at, the entity is getting, more importantly, us. Because if you look at the gay commercials, if you look at all the stuff right now when it comes to black people and homosexuality when it comes to the black man. Just look at this, black man. I want you to really pay attention to this and look at the commercials with us and look at the acting roles that we are taking that they're giving us. Just look at that. That right there is showing the universe and our brothers and sisters, we love the conditions that we are in down here. This is the way we want to live. I don't give a damn what you or the universe says. This is the way we want to live. And right now, your skies are red, purple. During the day, they red, sometimes purple. At night, they definitely red. You can see this for yourself. If you can't see it already, oh well, I'm not here to force nothing on you at all. I'm gonna go to 2 more videos that I want to play with Mr. MB33. Matter of fact, before I even get over to those videos, let me get over to this real fast. Let me get it over to this right here. Let me get over to Sunblood weather update. Let me give y'all some of this Sunblood weather update. So right here off the back, you see this is ionized particle. This is the goes X-ray flux. Now let me move this to the side from the 26th all the way up to the 28th, right? So look at this. We had an M flare coming on over here to the 27th. We had an M flare, and then look, you can see right now the energy is increasing right here. M flares. We always in the C flares, so we are getting consistently C flares. So C flares again are still charged hot particles that is separating. Let's take my fingers. My fingers are the atoms. The center of my palm hand is the proton, electron, and neutrons. It is covering this. It is protecting this. When the ionized particles are hitting them, it is separating that, exposing the center of the atom, which is the smallest unit, the building block of the cell, of your cell. It is exposing it to UVA, UVB, and UVC radiation. UVC radiation is a detoxifier, a germ killer, a mutating wavelength. A detoxifier, a germ killer, a mutating wavelength. What are we mutating into? What is the sun getting us to mutate into? That's the fucking 9.999 fucking question right there. That is the number one question. What are we mutating into? So this is what's taking place. And these ionized particles are charged particles that is rapidly coming from the sun. Everything is becoming less dense. And this is why I'll say, this is why they even released in science that we are going down to 1 chromosome, the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. There will, just like I said, there will only be protons and neutrons. Right now in the atoms, you have protons, neutrons, and electrons. There will be no neutrons. The neutron is the middleman between the proton and electron. Proton is masculine energy. Electron is feminine energy. It's only going to be male and feminine energy on the planet. No in-betweens or none of that shit. No middleman. That is gone. So now we move off of the goes X-ray flux because, again, I'm looking at this thing. Look like it's popping again. Look like it's popping again. So we move over here. Let me see right here. Today is the 27th. Let's move this up. Let's see what's going on with the magnetos. Okay. Come on. Frozen. So it's not playing. It's not moving. So let's go backwards. Let's see something. Frozen, huh? Wow. Wow. Frozen, huh? Let's go over here. Let's look at the solar one. Let's see if this frozen. Let's see if the solar one is frozen. Wow. Frozen. Everything's frozen. Bear with me for 1 second, my people. Hold on for 1 second. Commercial break. Commercial break. My bad, people. My bad. You know I'm drinking his juice. Now hold on. Let me see. I don't know what the fuck is going on here, but this is from retarded shit right now. So let me do it this way. Somebody pissed off. I done pissed somebody off that's on my computer. Somebody's on my computer and they're pissed off right now. I mean, what the French toast? Like, somebody's pissed off, people. Oh my God. So you literally got to be kidding me. Yo, somebody is really pissed the fuck off. Yo, who did I piss off? Was it Pindar Moloch? I don't rub them feathers the wrong way today, huh? Somebody is literally pissed off. I mean, wow. Literally. Somebody is pissed off. I mean, they said no. So hold on. This is what I'm going to do. This is what I'm going to do. Let me see something here. Yo, somebody's pissed off, people. Somebody is pissed off. When I say somebody's mad, somebody is literally mad at me. So you know what? Let me see something here. Let me go through it this way. Let me see. Did I play everything over here? Make sure I got everything that I wanted to play before I restart this, before I reboot this thing. All right, go here, go here, go here. Somebody is pissed off. I mean, big time too. I mean, they are literally pissed off. So, quit Safari. All right. My apologies, people. I mean, y'all listen. I can close this out and call it a night. But I want to go. I ain't been on here in a minute, so I want to give it all. I want to give it all. I'm not done. I want to give it all. So listen, somebody is pissed off. That's all I'm gonna say. Somebody is pissed off. They won't even let me pull it up now. Yo, they won't even let me pull this shit up. Let me see. Will you let me pull this up? Oh my gosh. They won't even let me pull it up to do some blood weather update. Oh my gosh. That sun must be doing some real violent shit right now. The sun woke up violent today. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay.
Call from 1616.
Somebody's pissed off. So let me take a call.
Plus LLC.
Let me take a peace, appreciation, and value. Live with Kala. State your name, city, state where you calling from. Or if you don't want to do that, that's fine. Just state your vision.
Nah, it's cool. I'm from Michigan.
How you doing, my brother?
Good to hear your voice, brother.
Good to hear yours as well, my brother.
I want to elaborate on some things you was talking about.
Not a problem, my brother.
Standing, the providers becoming more
Your phone breaking up. Your phone breaking up. Can you start over again? Because I want people to hear you.
Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so my understanding is our planet is becoming less dense.
Yes.
And because we are connected, us norm-melanated beings are connected strictly to the planet. We have to become less dense also, which means our food intake has to become lighter for us to become less dense.
Mm-hmm.
So another fact is that these solar flares that you talk about constantly, which is the best thing right now for our people to hear, if they can get an understanding of it.
Yes.
Is that these wavelengths that be coming to the planet, as you say, they're going to be detoxifiers, right?
That's right.
Mutating wavelength.
Mm-hmm.
So what it means is it ain't about it has to do with the mucus and the acid also, but it has to majorly do with the metals and aluminums that are in the food and these shots people have taken.
Yes.
So what they're going to do, I want you to picture a microwave and you put a piece of aluminum foil in that microwave and turn it on.
Yep.
That's what's about it is, and that are full of metals and aluminum. It's going to cause human combustion.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. Yep.
You have to get those metals and aluminum out of your body.
But I wanted to touch on that base because I heard you talking about it.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That should be a major topic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, my brother.
I got a call the other day from the commissioner of Grand Rapids. They're trying to put a board together to help the youth, deter them from going to juvenile jail. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Going to juvenile, and help them in their mind state of why they get into this trouble or whatever they're doing. First of all, we know it's by design.
Absolutely.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
If you weaken the mind, you weaken the inspiration of everybody, including you.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So they're gonna steadily follow these traditional ways that's been passed down through their family members, TV, and friends. Which is you ain't nothing. I heard the brother say that the people down there in Georgia, I think it was Georgia, where they running from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
That's because of their slave mentality.
Yep.
Oh, you getting black, you better stay up your son. That is the most ridiculous thing that we've ever told our people to do.
Yep. Totally agree with you with that, brother.
Yeah, when he said it. Yeah, you getting so black, knowing you're supposed to get black earth. You're going to get black earth.
Come on, my brother. The darker you are, the lighter you are.
That black earth, there you go. There you go. The more in tune you are to what's going around you.
Yep. Totally.
It enhances everything in you.
Yep. Yes, it
so why
does.
would you run from it? But that's the same mentality. You better get out there saying you're getting black. I mean, I hate hearing that from the past, man.
Mm-hmm.
But it is what it is, man. I appreciate what you do, Sam. I'm going to give you a call about that radio station. I had to get away from that because it turned out to be negative energy.
Right.
And I'm not dealing with it.
Oh, man, I understand.
So
things happen.
Can't look here. Look. So what I'm going to do now is create my own podcast, and I'll get you. We can go through from there, brother.
Sounds good to me, my brother. Sounds good to me.
I appreciate you, man. Everything you do, I log with you. As soon as I see that notification, bro, I'm there.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate the support, my brother. Thank you so much.
Oh, yeah. Let's get back to what you do and get more calls, brother.
Thank you, my brother. Have an amazing day.
You too.
Abundance. Okay, my people. For some odd reason, the computer started working for me. So we got everything up. So let me give you this Some Blood Brother update real fast here. All right, screen share. Boom. Let me go over here. Now, for some odd reason, I'm still asking if somebody can provide this information for me. I want you to look on the left-hand side and the right-hand side of the sun. These two flashes right here. They showed up. Now, these is in two different instruments. White is dark, dark is white. And here is right here, the sun is in the middle. This dot that's over the sun, because this is LASSO 2, I believe, satellite that is monitoring the solar flares that are the activity that is coming off the sun. So as you watching the solar flares, let's watch it in this screen. As you watching this, you're going to see these two flashes constantly on both sides of the sun. Is this the pulsating sun that I'm catching? That this is the reason why the sun is pulsating now? And certain cameras, when you're looking at the sun, some people started off by saying that's something wrong with your camera, but now they're starting to realize that that's not something wrong with my camera or other people's camera. This is something that's actually taking place with the sun. So now, I'm gonna play this, and I want you to look at the flashes on the side and look at the energies that is coming. These are all solar flares. These are solar flares that is coming off of the sun. These are ionized particles, charged particles. The sun is becoming highly active. Look at all this energy that's being spewed out the sun. Look at this. Look at all this energy that's spewing out of the sun. Look at this. Over the last 48 hours, look at this. What was that? 728. Look at this. Look at this injection. Look at this coronal mass ejection here. And look at this energy popping out over here. This is why the Schumann resonance was spiking for over the last several days. I mean, this has been consistently going on when you see these spikes right here with the Schumann resonance. Now, let me go over here real fast. Let me get back to the Schumann resonance. Hold on for 1 second. Let me pull everything up. My apologies, people. Let me pull everything up. Schumann resonance. Let me pull up. I don't want them to flag my screen saying that I showed something that wasn't supposed to be shown on the screen. Not nothing negative, but you know what people they're trying to use anything to block the video that I'm playing. Anything to block this video. Like I said, they go back in my videos on YouTube for 3-4 years ago and block me off of YouTube for the videos that I'm making today. So hold on, let me see. This. What else I want? And this is the last thing. Let me go on my history real fast. Let me let this play. Let me let this commercial play right here. And I'm getting right into it. Boom, skip, pause. Here we go. Now, screen share. Abundance and gratitude to all of you. Appreciate the content. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. So now let's get into this real fast before I go back to the Schumann resonance. Now, here we go. Earth is in the middle. The white side is the daytime side. The black is the nighttime side. I've been doing this update constantly on Instagram. You can see this instrument right here monitors the magnetos pulse. The magnetos pulse, meaning the magnetic field line that supposedly protects you from harmful gamma radiation. So this is the front side, meaning the daytime side. Look at all the pressure. Look at all the energy that's on this. Look at all this energy that's on the magnetic field. Now, this is the nighttime side. Look at the energy behind the planet that's enveloped the entire planet. Look at all of this energy. Anybody that has been monitoring, wow. Anybody that has been monitoring the planet or monitoring these instruments from NASA will tell you that this is the first time they've been seeing this increase over the last several years, but this is not normal. You don't see this type of energy on the backside of the planet. And this is right in your upper atmosphere. This X right here, and this diamond shape right here, that is the GOES satellite, GOES 18 and GOES 16, monitoring the energy that is coming from the sun. So look, this is the backside pressure that is consistently hitting the planet. So now you go over here, 72823. How do we know this backside energy is here? Because Earth is in the middle. Earth, the white side is the daytime side, the black is the nighttime side. This right here, this bow shock right here that's bending back, this is the same thing over here, the magnetic field line. So these arrows represent solar wind. So solar wind coming from the sun should do what? It should hit the magnetic field. Some of it should go past Earth, but hit the magnetic field, and some of it should hit Earth and then go right out into space. Now, look at what's happening. These arrows here are coming here. Look how far back. All the way from back here, these arrows are reversing. These arrows not even facing this way, as a matter of fact. Look, they're not even facing that way. These arrows are literally reversing back into the planet. Look, from back here, back into the planet. These arrows right here, reversing. Look, these arrows right here, reversing. Look at this arrow. This arrow don't even turn this way. Right here, look at the arrows. And then look at your upper atmosphere. This is your upper atmosphere. If that's red, why do you have a blue and black sky? If that's red, this is your upper atmosphere. So here you go. Look at all the energy that is hitting Earth. This is all cosmic particles. These are all particles these are all atoms that are bonding with the atom molecules inside of everyone's genetic makeup. This has nothing to do with your age. So get out of that shit. Stop trying to use stop trying to use small level of consciousness. Talk about Kala. You talk about children got something to do with this, that, and the third. This don't have shit to do with that. This don't got nothing to do with you a child or none of that. Just like in slavery, they didn't give a damn if you were before the black woman was that by the age of 2, before the black woman turned 2 years old, she was able to have sex with a full-grown man before she turned 2. From 1619 to 1719, there were 274,000 so-called black women, children, and men slaughtered per day. And Kala, where do you get these numbers from? Because it wasn't a continent or island on this motherfucking planet that wasn't so-called black people. Everyone else came from raping and interbreeding with one another. No one was here before us. Everyone came after us. That's the case, then you will be able to make me. You will be able to recreate me. If you can't recreate the organic people of the planet, but organic people can recreate themselves and also do some similarity shit for us creating you now, then that should tell you something. But you can't recreate us at all. This is the difference between So when you look at Australia, when you look at Brazil, those two continents along with nothing but black people, and they were wiped out with venereal diseases. Venereal diseases. So don't give me, oh, Kalai, how do you know that this was, Christopher Columbus only lived to be 55 years old. So it hit 55 years. So let's just say he started killing at 20. In fucking 30 years, he murdered over 300 million people. And that's a small number. And that's only one of them that did that. Let me show you what else the shit they into. Let me show you what else they did. Here you go right here. Any video I use for awareness purposes only. When they talk about they're good people, let me play this video before I get out of here.
In the early 1900s, one person inspired by Darwin's theories was Russian scientist Ilya Ivanovich Ivanov, one of the world's foremost experts in the artificial insemination of farm animals.
Now, hold on. Let me just explain something. This is a Russian biologist right here. So let me explain something to you. Other races of people already know how they're born, what the way they look like, the tails, their birth defects, the abnormality when it comes to their when it comes to how they're born, how they look. They already know this already. So let me explain something to you. These people were trying to find a way, a reasoning on how they came into existence so bad that they literally propagated a whole lie that black people evolved from monkeys, because they didn't even evolve from monkeys. Just so you know, they didn't even evolve from monkeys because it wouldn't be no more monkeys here. They were genetically modified, but they were so hell-bent and their brains were so small and they believed the littlest shit that gave them any type of validity on this fucking planet. That these niggas, these jokers, literally artificially inseminated monkey semen into black women. This joker right here. So I want to play this.
His research was backed by Tsar Nicholas II, who granted funds for Ivanov to discover if such techniques could be used for the breeding of horses or even to create new species unknown to nature.
The Tsars liked artificial insemination because it enabled you to do rather crazy things. So Ivanov created the world's first Zorse, zebra-horse hybrid.
With the funding of royal patrons, the future looked bright for Ivanov's hybrid dream.
But of course, come the communist revolution, all that goes by the wayside.
In 1918, Bolshevik revolutionaries executed Tsar Nicholas II and his family. Ivanov's network of powerful sponsors was no more.
But Ivanov is an adaptive kind of guy, and he realizes that there's an element of artificial insemination that could appeal to the new regime.
In 1910, at a zoological conference in Austria, Ivanov had speculated that it might be possible to inseminate a female ape with human sperm. But under the Tsar, such experiments would have been blocked by the Orthodox Church. Now in 1924, at the age of 54, Ivanov reached out to Stalin's regime.
From the first stages of my scientific research, I tried to arrange experiments in crossing humans and apes. I assumed that the Soviet government could help me in the interests of science and propaganda.
So he wanted to, now listen, y'all heard what he said. He wanted to artificially inseminate a chimpanzee with male semen to see if the chimpanzee would actually give birth to a human hybrid baby. Because now it would explain their existence on the planet. But no two different species can naturally reproduce with one another. And white people, other races of people, can't reproduce with monkeys because they're not naturally monkeys. That's why. They're not naturally monkeys. They're not naturally zebrafish. They're not actually cows, muskrat. They're none of that. They are a whole species that was put together in a lab, literally. That literally what didn't even have the functions of reproduction until later on in life. We allowed them to reproduce.
The founding fathers of communism, Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels, had been heavily influenced by the works of Darwin. In fact, the leader of the new Soviet Union, Vladimir Lenin, kept a small statuette of an ape contemplating a human skull on his desk.
Darwinism was a kind of pretext for Marxism in so many ways.
Okay, I finally found what boosts my metabolism, and it's not crazy workout.
Oh my gosh, like I can't believe I would get this commercial.
Not a hidden ingredient.
My bad.
On the 20th of September, 1924, Ivanov received a reply from the Soviet Department of Agriculture.
The topic proposed by Professor Ivanov should become a decisive blow to the religious teachings and may be aptly used in our propaganda and in our struggle for the liberation of working people from the power of the church.
Ivanov had won the backing of the Soviet government.
They approved the project submitted by Ilya Ivanov and gave quite significant sums of money in gold.
Ivanov can now make plans for an expedition to Africa. In November 1926, Ilya Ivanov and his 22-year-old son, Ilya Ilyich, arrived by ship to Conakry, the capital of French Guinea. Traveling into the interior, they captured 3 female chimpanzees. A few weeks later, 10 more chimpanzees are delivered to Conakry by local hunters, restrained with nets, ready for the forced introduction of human sperm by artificial insemination. The first 2 chimpanzees are brought to Ivanov. He recorded the procedure in his laboratory diary.
The sperm was obtained from a man whose age isn't exactly known, at least not older than 30, not completely clear whether he had children.
Concerned that local staff might protest if they realized what was being attempted, Ivanov performs the insemination, assisted only by his son.
The injection took place in a very nervous atmosphere and in uncomfortable conditions. The threat from the apes, the work on the open ground, and the necessity to conceal.
In the rush to perform the procedure, Ivanov was forced to abandon his normal, slow, careful approach. A few weeks after the insemination, the 2 chimpanzees were observed to be having periods. Things were not going as planned.
It very quickly becomes apparent that Ivanov can't really accomplish the task that he sets out to do. He's not able to produce the human-ape hybrid by inseminating female chimpanzees.
Driven by the need for secrecy, Ivanov had been in a hurry to complete the artificial insemination. What amounted to a brutal sexual assault likely caused considerable stress to the female chimpanzees.
What is important for chimpanzees as for other individuals to reproduce is to have enough food and to not have too much stress, because they are stressed socially, they won't reproduce.
Ivanov had been funded by the Soviet government to produce a human-ape hybrid. They expected results. Inseminating female chimpanzees clearly wasn't working. He would need to rethink his experiment.
If you were to attempt to hybridize humans and chimpanzees, you have 2 options, basically. You could either inseminate a female chimpanzee with human semen, or you could inseminate a human female with chimpanzee semen.
So he then turns around and thinks, okay, maybe we can do it the other way around. Maybe we can impregnate human females with sperm of chimps.
Ivanov outlined his new plans to the French colonial authorities.
I informed the governor about my proposed program of work and about my plans to invite a doctor from the local hospital to participate in that work.
Ivanov is imagining essentially doing this under the cover of darkness without actually telling the women that he'd be impregnating.
His hope is that he can perform the insemination on unsuspecting local African women under the...
Now, what's new about that? Ain't nothing new. They told you plenty of times that they was coming into Africa. Like I told you, James Merriam Sims is only one sick doctor. There were thousands of doctors that killed millions of black people and have been injecting us with all type of poison for the longest, all type of enzymes for the longest. So now he's in Africa. Now in 1924, you know they had zoos all the way up until 1958. So even in 1924, how treacherous it was then. So you know that the people over there, what was he doing? Artificially inseminating black women with monkey semen.
Of conducting a medical procedure. A century ago, ideas about what it means to be human and how various human populations might differ from each other were often highly racialized.
There was a debate about whether Africans were even human beings. When they wanted to find out about this process of how we got from being the chimpanzee to being the white man, what they want to do is show how that definitely had to start with the black people. So the black people may have come from the apes, and they may be actually able to still mate with them, which is kind of a confirmation of their physical inferiority as well as their intellectual inferiority.
Such racist beliefs that Africans were closer to apes were often supported by lurid myths.
The French have a collection of kind of horror stories about how, local women might be raped by chimpanzees and then ostracized from their local community.
The women raped by ape males are regarded as defiled. Such women are treated as pariahs, as socially dead. And as I was told, they usually disappear without a trace.
They usually disappear without a trace. I don't need to play no more of this. All I want to say is I asked, before anybody say and talk about this is racism or what I'm speaking about and what the sun is doing and how we are genetically different from these people, before you do any of that, you need to go do some research. Stop drinking the water. Stop being in love with love. Stop falling for it. Listen, let your brain actually develop. And those that are using cognitive dissonance because you are looking at the world as it is today, as opposed to how you got in the position that you are today, you are a sad and disgraced, what you call specimen in my eyes. You are disgraceful to me. You see what I'm saying to you? So until y'all stand up to these people, your scientists, your geneticists, your biologists, until you actually stand up, and even some of them actually grow a pair and stand up to their own colleagues. You see what I'm saying to you? All of you deserve what's taking place on the planet right now. See, let me just let y'all know something. See, the people on the planet right here in this realm may have forgotten wholeheartedly what has been done to us and how far we have failed. But I'm going to tell you who didn't forget. The earth didn't forget it. The sun didn't forget it. And our brothers and sisters that move amongst the stars have not forgotten it. They have watched this and witnessed this for many, many generations. Many generations. So they know what you are capable of doing. They know if there is a righteous one and a dark one. They know who you truly are. So don't give me none of this love tea and love green tea bullshit. I don't want to hear none of it. Even to this day, your doctors and scientists are practicing on our children, on our women and children. Now, I'm going to let you know something. If we want to walk in your hospitals and we want to find solutions to the problems that we are causing on ourselves, then fucking do what you got to do. But it's a difference when us knowing the truth versus like us knowing the difference between water and fucking Pepsi and what it's doing to our body, what it's doing to our brain, more importantly. That's a complete total difference. And for everyone that sits here, that especially my brothers and sisters that share my genetic makeup, I want you to know something right now and hear it from me. Matter of fact, you ain't got to fucking hear it from me. You can feel it within your soul what I'm getting ready to say to you. Every last one of you that live off the psychological destruction of your own people, I want you to know there has been a bird's eye view on your fucking sorry ass. I want you to know that. Each and every last one of you that are living off the psychological destruction of your people, you know that we are a broken species. You know that a lie tastes good to a thirsty heart. So if you sprinkle in a little bit of fucking truth mixed with your manipulation to keep our brothers and sisters from looking within, but totally looking out at you or trying to gain something in this fucking world, you are a disgraceful Negroid. And your ass will be fucking dealt with. And this is something that I promise you, not I, but Mother Universe. Hell has no fury like a fucking woman scorn. And you niggas that sit here and talk all intellectual, all smooth talk over here, don't want to use no profanity, don't want to out the real people that are really casted, that are really moving this totalitarian system on your fucking people. You rather join it so that way you can gain some individual fucking fame. Your ass, you are on camera now. Go outside and look in the fucking sky and see if you're not on camera. This ain't camera. Fuck this fucking video right here. You are on camera right now. Believe that. With knowledge comes great responsibility. Knowledge is power. And with knowledge and power comes great responsibility. Instead of you standing up and using your platforms and going from city to city, encouraging Black women and children to be more intellectually sharp, to know that this school system, the medical system, this fucking justice system, the economic system is built off of genocide, physical and psychological genocide, and our babies should not be participating in football, basketball, none of this shit. Not one of them. Instead of you using your platform and your power to speak that fucking message, you want to speak a message that's on the fucking fence because you know why? You want your car note paid for. You want to get on a fucking beach, on a fucking island. You want to lay down with fucking multiple women, which is A-okay. But guess what? Hell has no fury like a woman scorn. You sacrificing children for your fucking betterment. And I promise you something, you will be dealt the fuck with. Whether I'm here today or whether I'm gone tomorrow, you still got to be dealt with. Believe me when I tell you. Thank you all for joining this live tonight. I greatly appreciate everyone that's in the chat. Good, bad, or fucking indifferent. I welcome you all. The one question that I have, the number one question is how do we go from haploids to diploids? That's all I want to know. Can somebody tell me that? Because when I look at the prokaryotic cell, it has no internal membranes, it has no organelle, it has no fucking nucleus, it has none of that inside of those cells. In fact, our cells move 10 times faster than their cells. Our neurons move 10 times faster than that. So I'm just asking, how did we go from a people of a single chromosome to multiple chromosomes, which is recessive? How did we go from a people that mastered the stars? How did we go from a people that surfed and navigated this planet without a fucking compass or GPS? How did we go from that to putting up power lines, cable motherfucking lines? How did we do this? How did we go from a group of people that taught another group of people how to even stand upright to now we are in their judicial system? It is easier to kill 1 million Black women and children today than it was fucking yesterday. How did we go from that? Huh? How did we go? What happened to us? Huh? What happened to us? Can you answer that? Huh? That's what I'm asking you. Until if you can't answer that and you want to ask me about if the earth flat the fuck or round, my species is flat. And when we was a round species, because it wasn't about one love, it was about whole love. We was a round species, hand to hand, shoulder to shoulder, heel the fuck to heel, like ants honeybees and hippopotamus and fucking elephants and trees. That's how we was. So how do we become a tight unit to an individual unit? That's my question to you. Huh? That's my fucking question to you. Before you ask me any question on how the earth flat or fucking round. That's my question to you. I value each and every last one of you. I greatly appreciate y'all in the chat. Hit the like button if you greatly appreciate the content. If you really appreciate the content, you can grab a shirt, Cash App, whatever you do. I greatly appreciate it. Me and Kenny will be tomorrow 10 toes down in Philly. I promise you. I said this many moons, many sunrises ago. I said, I don't feel comfortable sitting behind this desk. I need to be the fuck out there. And look what happened. I had to get with the right individual. Someone that don't look for fame in this world, but want to submit themselves amongst the fucking stars. That's who I needed to get with. I value my people. Have an amazing, supreme rest of your night. Woman, child, and man, cosmos, and earth, eternal light. Each one reach one. This is how we grow. I see you, my brothers and sisters. Protect yourself at all times with knowledge, sunlight, chlorophyll, distilled water, and 3D human free. Kalama Amin Ra, God gene for life. Some blood. I am not black. Yizzo, it's not about one love. It's about whole love, peace, abundance, and gratitude to you all.